appreciate it if we chuck in useful notes. So when you're rolling on a piece of gear that is your best in slot, just don't say bis or nut or anything along those lines. Say like, okay, this will give me X of X set, or this is my bis, but it's only a small upgrade. Just those things will really help them in making decisions. And I believe
Is this a
now,
recall of you getting in trouble last night?
yeah, it's mostly me getting in trouble last night because I literally just wrote nut when the hunter piece dropped.
So with the off-tanking, oh sorry,
Yeah,
you're not done.
sorry,
Sorry, no, you go.
Pompiro, it will be going over the strats for us tonight.
I'm just
He's
quickly
done
showing. I
research,
just
so he's
spent a
got
bit of my working day talking to a tank who's done this before, and he showed me exactly where his off-tank
How
stand.
did you manage to do that during work?
I'm really busy at work. So right sort of on this corner, you should be fine. So not further in. If you're further in here, you'll get hit by the breath. If you're pretty much standing on this corner, so you avoid the knockback that way, and you also shouldn't get hit by a breath. If for any reason you notice you do get hit by a breath, just move further out and take a knockback and charge back in.
Yeah. So like, is here fine as well, or does it have to be like right?
I probably wouldn't stand on the top because with the knockback, it's gonna send you back anyway. So you may as well be on the ground. It doesn't make too much of a difference. And I'm a little concerned about positioning going weird on the boss if you're at the top. So just stay down the bottom, as close to this corner where your back goes.
Change it to master loot.
And the other thing, plate mail and Grimgrom, the tank that's not tanking will be standing here and running in from here, not on the melee group. I don't want the healers doing the melee group to have even more stress because there's already only two of them doing it, and we've got other healers on this side. So stand here. When you run in, do a bit of an arc in like this, so you're not running in front of the boss and you're not getting clipped by anything, and then into your position here. And the other thing we're going to change is you're only going to be running in when there's 10 seconds until wing buffet. So there's going to be about 15 seconds where both of you are standing here.
Oh, so they're only running in for the buffer, they're staying out the
Yeah, well, there's no point. So the streams and things that I watched and was doing my information from was groups that were running ridiculous amounts of shamans that had 8 out of 8 tier set and were healing waving the tanks, and they were just like receiving double healing, so they could tank both things and it didn't matter. We don't have that luxury, so we're going to be doing as much as we can to mitigate damage on that. Stickle, when we get Daddy to 25 stacks, we're going to get you to swap with him. Daddy, you're going to run out here where we are now. Wait for your stacks to drop, then take it back off Stickle.
Where's here?
So
where I'm jumping up and down.
I'm not there.
Oh, you're not there. Sorry.
On the outside of the doorway on the left.
We can show him. It won't take. It'll be easy to show him. So the healers are going to stand in the same position.
Healers, same position.
Sorry, Grant, I think one of the tanks had a question.
Yeah, I was just going to say, like, for me and Mate, will we both be running in? Because you said off tanks that aren't tanking.
No, so you'll be doing it one at a time. So one of you are literally just going to be standing there AFK for like 35 seconds at a time.
Okay.
I would rather play
every time.
Yeah, it's just about
Every
playing.
time
Realistically, you only need one off tank. You don't need two. We're playing it safe in case one of you dies or one of you get hit by a flame breath because this positioning doesn't work or something like that. That just gives us that backup option, you know? So it's not a guaranteed wipe. So just again, as close to this corner while still having your back against it. Exactly there, Grimbrom. That's perfect. You shouldn't get hit by breath there. And when there's 10 seconds until wing buffet, that's when you move. 10, 11, probably 11 seconds, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 10 seconds is fine. You got ages. There's 6 seconds, and I easily got into position.
And just quickly too. So we're Taunton just before wing buffet.
2 seconds before.
Yeah. And then when the main tank takes it back off us, then we run back out again.
Correct. The second you lose aggro and Daddy picks it back up, or Stickle if he's in, you run back out here, and you two just sit here having your little...
Okay, so me and Grim are just alternating.
Yeah. As I said, you actually don't need to alternate. One off tank can do it, but we're having the backup as spare. In fact, if you guys would prefer, you can chuck 2 swords on Platemate and be part of the DPS group and only step in if Grimgrom dies.
Righto.
Is that what I'm doing as well?
Boss is Inc. Boss is Inc.
No, you're being part of the melee group, and when Daddy gets to 20 stacks, you're gonna drop your stacks and then swap over with him when he gets to 25.
Okay.
And like your DPS, except for one portion of the fight.
Yeah.
Just
Just
to
long
relieve
enough
him.
for him to drop stacks, and then. he
And
takes it back.
realistically, it should only be one time you need to do that, and then we should have him down.
Cool. So I'm just going to the second pole spot where Daddy normally stands,
Correct.
and then taunting.
Correct.
Just an FYI, to the right of this door is the alchemy lab if anyone can make flasks.
Yeah, I can, but you need the Black Lotus.
Black Lotus, yeah, I left it in my mail.
So Grimgrom, be standing on where I am. I'm gonna do a test run with you. Okay, there's 10 seconds to wing buff it. What do you do?
So I start running in like an arc, like that, around the boss so I don't get hit. And then I stand like right up against the corner.
That's it. And once
Beautiful.
you've lost aggro, you come back and rinse repeat.
Make sure you got your Oni hard.
Sloss was
Strat
still on his way.
understanding check.
That's for the tanks, mostly.
Just another thing, all shamans, when we're about to pull, so when we're gonna do the countdown, or we're saying when he comes back, we're gonna pull, make sure you drop all your totems over here so all the melee can get all their buffs from it.
Boss is Inc. So don't
Hey,
go
Pom,
looking
does
at us
me-
right now.
Do the melee just hang out around this little cove?
So the melee at the start,
Boss
they
is Inc. Boss is
hang
Inc.
out where I am at the very start where I am, this is where the melee start until about 5 seconds has passed, just enough to make sure he's in position. Once he's in position, you guys don't really need to hold back, because once you get 5 stacks, you're running out and waiting for them to drop. So aggro should never be an issue for any DPS class, because once you get 5 stacks, you're running out. So 5 seconds passes, you DPS. When you get to 5 seconds, you run behind here. Wait for all your stacks to drop. Wait until you're 90% health or higher. Use bandages, use everything. If you're less than 90% and feeling eager, you better have a fire resist pop to press, because I'd rather you guys just sit there for another 10 seconds than run out and die.
Just one final thing about the off tanks. Because Fire Mord does an AoE debuff and it stacks, and I'm running in and out constantly, picking up taunt off Daddy. Eventually, like, that debuff might, like, it'll just keep stacking up, right? It
Well,
won't
that's the
go away.
reason why you run out. So I believe there's 20 odd seconds in between wing buffets, and why you can do this with one off tank is because that off tank, that's why you're running in when there's 10 seconds until wing buffet. So 10 seconds till wing buffet, you go in, you taunt, you get the wing buffet, you run back out. 6 seconds later, your stacks are dropped.
Sure.
Are they both going in or just one at a time?
Just one,
Cool.
one at a time. The other one, I just to play it safe at the start, we're just gonna get Platemate to sit out here by himself, and just alternate with Grimgrom. We don't need to do that whatsoever. I just want to play it safe.
Let's fucking do this.
Missing a phrase at this
Where's
stage, but-
where's the other walk?
Oh, sorry, that's the wrong one.
Fucking got gear last night too.
That's the right one. So Alpine and
Remind us of
Sheeman,
fire resistant set, guys, and your cloaks.
We should put them on.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Put on
man.
all your fire resistant on.
yeah, everybody put it. Just less damage comes out if you.
Yeah.
put fire
Slots,
resistant.
while running into BRM, there is some alliance trying to just kill random horde to get rid of buff.
We're
No,
all
that's
in
right.
there.
I feared the ball.
So Sloths and Drenth, you're gonna be doing the heal on the off tank when he's running in and taunting. He shouldn't need much healing at all because of how we're doing it. He's only in there for about 10 to 15 seconds. Once he loses aggro, he won't need any healing. But just when that happens, just jump to the left a little bit, out. So you'll be taking stacks and just pump some heals into Grimgrom or Platemate, whoever's tanking, and make sure that they don't die while they're tanking him for that short amount of time. And then go back into the safe spot and start healing the main tank again.
Just in terms of that safe spot, is it this intersection here or a bit more in?
You can actually test it out before we start by having someone stand here. The boss is coming back, but when you stand here, you can. When he leaves again, I'll still stand there, just where it is, and you can find your spot.
Yeah, just somewhere marking on the ground here would be useful. That's all.
All right. So if you can heal me,
Yep.
and be as close to the wall as possible, that's where you want to be.
Yeah, can't. Just go on this intersection here of this bit. Where I'm standing, I can get him.
Just gonna mark you, Trent, for the healers.
The cut down.
Yeah.
20 seconds of a war chest buff.
Easy. 20-second kill incoming.
Use them.
Awesome.
I'm ready.
So we've gone over healers, we've gone over melee, we've gone over tanks. Range DPS is pretty straightforward, isn't it, Pom?
Range DPS is the sort of same as melee DPS. There is a weird spot that I saw on some streams that if you stand a little bit further back here, you might be able to get an angle where you can DPS without being hit. If you can find that, call it out, because that'd be really handy.
Yeah. Someone, if anybody does find that, call it out. We'll mark you, and we'll get the rest of the range.
I've also seen groups not be able to do that whatsoever. However, the idea is DPS 5 stacks, wait until you topped up, then come back out. Mages always be using Fire Ward, that sort of stuff. Oh, good, he's in Blackrock Mountain. He's close.
Yeah, legend.
Hey, just quickly, how do you watch the stream again on Discord?
It's not being streamed on Discord, I don't think. It's streaming on YouTube, but you'll have a link in Team Gold chat or general chat, probably.
Oh.
If it is in Discord though, it'll have like a screen next to the person's name. They'll be moved to the top of the list, and you can click and say "Watch me."
Yeah, I think our opponent's done that once.
Ups on wagon, guys, and if you're ready.
So I've seen it.
Yep. Guys.
Alright.
Just drink your fire resist pots now as well. Make sure you got that Oni scale cloak on. Any other little bits of FR to make the healing.
Just started logging.
Yeah, that's probably don't need it if you're not moving.
All right. Before we go, any other questions?
Can we start?
I think we're good. Okay, Daddy, get into position.
Is wagon here?
Yep,
Get into position. Everyone should be hugging this wall except for healers on their special spot.
So we
know they're not going to be going. Everyone just hug this wall until it started.
Range DPS included. Healers over on circle. Scroll. Apparently, Wall Chief's blessing just went out.
Yep. Sure did.
Ali, why? Are you gonna be like that,
Shamans,
man?
go drop your totems. Shamans, go drop your totems.
I'm trying to find the sweet spot.
Here he comes, guys. We're gonna pull on this hat.
Alright, back up,
So
back
we
up.
hug the wall, yeah?
Yep, you
Hug
want to
the
stack
wall.
on star frequency.
Star, yeah. Easy.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Here we
1.
go, guys.
On you, Daddy.
Call it when it's in position, Daddy.
Oh, he did get it. Cool.
Where is he?
I'm in position. I'm in position.
You might want to.
Alright, DPS, go in.
Might want to what? Move the boss.
No, it's
I
fine.
can't get you there, Daddy. Yeah.
Back against the wall in the right spot. That's the right spot always on that second pole.
Moving in.
Ah. Grim, move back into the spot that I was in.
Grim, no, that can't happen.
Grim, you're on high stacks, guys.
Sorry, what happened there with the
That
tank?
was my fault. I thought I lost aggro.
Senna, you got 8 stacks. Tom, you got 7 stacks.
I can't do anything on the boss's
Yeah, no.
side. Sorry, what happened with the tanks there?
Yes.
I thought I lost aggro, so I taunted.
You always lose aggro.
No, Grim taunted because.
Oh, so you taunted before Grimgrom
Yeah.
with the wing buffet.
The wing buffer just like was
Okay,
instant.
I taunted 2 seconds before wing buffet.
Yeah, you did it. I fucked it up. You did it right, man.
Ah, okay, all good.
That was my fault.
Navia has an SS. We'll just get reses and rebuffs and go pretty quickly.
Wait,
and get
wait. Just die up, guys. Maybe we need to explain it again in terms of the tank bit.
Well, I was just fucking worried about the boss being in the wrong spot and shit, and like.
Yeah, the boss wasn't. I don't know who called the boss was in the wrong spot. The boss was in the right spot.
No, sorry. It looked jank from that angle, but then when I got in, it looked okay.
Doesn't matter where the boss is, as long as I'm in the right spot.
Exactly.
It does matter.
And-
If the boss is tilted to the left too much, he can shadow flame the healers.
That is true, but it was well and truly out of that range.
Reses are going out this time frequency. Because
That's
we've
okay.
cleared
It's
the
okay.
room. So everyone
Just need to
hang tight
get up,
for res.
rebuff, and then we're all good again.
Like I'd
Yeah.
hardly hit it because I was trying to get in the right, trying to move in the right spot. So I thought I'd lost aggro, which just was like.
It should automatically go into the right spot if you're standing on that second pole.
It's okay, guys. We're learning as we go.
Is this really the main, the biggest tank boss in the raid, or like more tank
This is
focus?
the most difficult of the 3 dragons. So
Then we got Chromagus.
usually easier until we get to Chromag. Yeah.
Chromagus is less finicky with positioning, but it is complicated.
Depends which breaths we get.
Yeah.
That too.
We get the
The other
breath of
drakes have tank
sands.
swaps, but
Where-
they're really standard.
If we get the breath of sands, we're hiking it over and doing Ragnaros.
Just fuck this.
Yes, we are logging havocs.
Yeah, I've already started logging.
Oh, thank goodness. I'll set up mine for back.
I wanted to log that wipe, you know? Make
Don't
sure I was
worry.
doing it right.
My logs won't have the wipe because I hadn't had it.
Technically, you should get threat back without needing to
Away from the
taunt
door.
Daddy.
Big man's going.
It's fine. I just expect a wing buffer a lot sooner.
The DBM shows it, so you'll be able to predict it.
It does, but there's a lot of shit happening. So.
Yeah, just keep an eye on that. Like, your positioning was good if you're standing in the spot like Vampire said. Just, you should be fine. Just watch the wing buffet timer.
Once we have everything in position, guys, we're gonna try and keep the comms clear for the tanks to communicate, because this really fight is about them. You really all need to watch your own stacks as well. I'll call you out if you get particularly high. I'd say we DPS probably don't want to go above 6, would you say, Pomparo?
5. 5 is when you move.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people on like 6 and 7.
But the boss came over here.
Well,
People couldn't hide.
even the melee group was around the other side though, before the boss was out of position.
They're gonna get a 6. The reason you move at 5 is you'll get a 6 stack when you move. You just don't want to get a 7 stack. If you see 7 stacks, then you've stayed in too long.
So
You
drinking you fire potion, guys, as well. Yeah, if we get 7s, then we'll start calling it out. Otherwise, we'll try and keep it quiet for tanks. Barring, you know, Pom, obviously you can keep.
I wouldn't even call it out, honestly. If somebody dies to getting too many stacks, you're really not paying attention, because that's pretty much your only job. DPS's only job on this is to watch your stack.
And kill the boss.
And watching your stacks is a precursor to playing Chromagus.
Yeah, good practice here, right, for Chromagus. That's a good
Chromagus?
He's this big dog after the 3 dragons.
Taking the Mickey.
Alright, next round, eh? He's just gone back the other way.
Alright,
Yep.
cool.
Everyone in your starting positions.
So,
Eat your foods.
I'm gonna stand exactly here.
So the totem, how's the totem positioning? Should it be more into the doorway?
Yeah, just get it in the doorway there.
That spot's perfect, Daddy. From our perspective, anyway, for healing.
And I'm assuming all shamans are dropping fire resistance totem as well.
I've got one up.
Not much
Daddy,
point
would it
dropping
be
anything
helpful
else.
to have a hunter pull towards you so you don't have to reposition? Or are you
That's a
happy?
good idea, I reckon.
The only risky thing is if it runs past, then it's in a really bad spot. So if it runs past into this door and then goes back to Daddy, then we've got a really awkward.
We have the hunter just stay out if they're feign death resist.
It just seems like he needs to be on a kind of an angle so that the off tank doesn't get hit.
Just let Daddy pull. He's doing fine. Just before you go and pull him, get some bubbles and hots. So get bubbles and hots on Daddy. About to pull, guys.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We got this gold.
It's coming. Oh, Lordy coming.
Okay, positioning good.
Okay, go. DPS are moving out too fast there, but we can go now.
Moving in.
Wing buff in 8 seconds.
Everyone reset your stacks.
Okay, Torn,
Ping.
Grim.
That's on me.
Now run back out, Grim. Oh, why do you still have? Why do you have?
It's on me.
Daddy's got it again.
As
Alright.
soon as you get buffeted, dude, just stop targeting the boss.
Back up, back yourself up into that corner if you're not dead.
Wing buff it.
Ponting.
Taunt now.
Time to reset your stacks, guys.
Use those bandages.
Fuck, there's a long delay on wing buff it after it calls it.
Yeah, it's just calling the cooldown being over.
Daddy's stacks drop.
Wing buff it in 5 seconds.
Ponting.
I've only got 7 stacks.
Moon, reset stacks.
Why did that hit me? What the hell?
Oh yeah, I'll find you for totems now.
I don't know how you got flicked there. I don't know what happened.
Alright,
Okay,
playmates
ready,
just gonna
plate
have to solo tanking.
Yeah, let's not get confused.
I am wearing my tanky weapon if I need to sub in.
Wing buff it in 7 seconds.
This dungeon's so much better than those. Fucking difficult.
Where'd you go, Pipe? Busy.
He's running back out.
Let's keep played up, guys. Nice.
How's your stacks, Daddy?
Wing buff it in 10 seconds. I'm only on 18.
Cool. You will resist it a lot of the times.
Taunt.
Alright, Stickle, you're gonna have to off tank. Daddy's just gonna have to tank extra stack. Not down, not now. You can jump out the back where we started, out this side. Boys has aggro.
DPS, what's your threat?
Go
Sailor, your DPS is high.
Alright, go in now, Stickle. Go in now, Stickle.
Wing buff it in 5 seconds.
Stickle, just main tank it. Stickle, just taunt it. Main tank.
Trying to.
Battle res a tank.
I got
Yeah, I
one
had too many
buffeted straight
stacks.
away.
Yeah, if nah, we're losing too many.
I don't know what killed me there because like I was outside of the room when I died and I just got like randomly hit.
So there's a problem with the DBM. It doesn't actually show when wing buff is cast.
going, guys. We might as
No,
well-
it's telling you when.
Just keep going, just keep going,
Cooldown.
keep healing, keep healing, keep going.
Go on
If
after
you
me,
get
but, like,
aggro, just run to Stickle.
Are the healers getting stacks there?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the way he's
We had
turned.
to move out. Yep.
That's alright, just run in and get the stacks and die, guys. We got very close, much better attempt.
I think it needs to be like running.
26%.
Sorry, I didn't see what happened with the tanks. So what happened there, Grimgr?
So
Someone
there's
got
just
tail whipped, did they?
it's just
It doesn't
it's
have a
just the
tail
issue
whip.
with the swap over because it doesn't actually. There's no like indication when he casts the wing buffet. It's just the timer goes down and that's it. There's no like explosion or knockback or anything. So I mean, there's no other like DBM's not always accurate with when things are cast. You know, like Wrath of Rag, it counts down and there's like 5 seconds and then it actually casts it.
DBM, do you
That's
see it
not
on
how
DBM
DBM works.
how it comes up and says wing buffet casted or something like that?
It says
counting down the-
casting wing buffet.
It's counting down the cooldown because all
Yeah.
DBM knows is the cooldown on the ability.
That's right. It doesn't know when it actually has cast it.
No. So as soon as you see the cooldown hit
tanks or-
0, the off tank starts tanking. And then if they have to tank it for 5 seconds before getting wing buffeted, that's fine.
Yeah, which is why I'm
Felt like
sending
that
3
you were-
healers
you
out
were-
to heal the off tank.
So I don't need
Dean,
to
you were
taunt-
taunting at the right time.
No.
Like the problem was when I ran out after you got aggro back, I just like randomly died. I got knocked back and
He
I'd
doesn't
already
knock
run out
back
of the
from in
room.
front of him. So maybe it was a weird turn. Just make sure you're doing a wide arc when you're running in and out as a tank.
Hang on, is the knockback part of wing buffet?
Thank you for using Uncle Damu.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. I don't think it is. I think he just has a knockback. Because you get knocked back randomly, don't you?
Yeah.
And what
I
happened with
don't. I couldn't tell if it was a knockback from the wing buffet or just like a random knockback.
It wasn't from Wing Buffet, because like that had already passed. You had aggro back. Wing Buffet had already affected me, and then I started running back out, and then like I died halfway through the entrance.
Yeah,
like
look,
Pompara was saying, I must have just as I was running back out, I wasn't very careful, and I just got.
yeah, just
like,
make sure
AoE.
you do a wide arc. That fire damage hits you tanks for piss all. So you don't need to worry about how fast you get out. You just need to taunt it. Once he wing buffets, it should just naturally go back to daddy, honestly.
Why is that? Why
if
does
for
it go
any-
back to me?
Because the off-tank's threat will drop and the taunt shouldn't be active anymore, so it should swing
Yeah,
back to you.
you're not. The off tank isn't hitting the boss, by the way. When you're running in there, don't hit it at all as an
The
off
problem,
tank.
yeah, the problem with taunt is it permanently puts you at the top of the threat table. So if you use any abilities like heroic strike or sunder, it's going to out threat me. So you have to just taunt and not attack, and then the taunt should wear off.
I didn't
Yeah, I
realize
think I
it
did
was
do that the first few times, but like Drenth, I think pointed it out, and I stopped doing it. So
The first like 5 swaps went really well. Everything was
Yeah.
going very smooth.
Yeah.
Just another note
yeah.
as well. I noticed like 3 or 4 of the range DPS died. That shouldn't be happening. Like it's really easy to not die. You just watch your stacks.
You really got to watch your stacks, guys. That's all you got to do. Don't think about anything else as a DPS. Just watch your stack.
Like we had heaps of mana left and stuff there. There's no DPS race involved. No one cares if you're not doing great DPS. Just don't die.
Should we just wait for reses?
Yep. We got a bunch of reses going out now.
And of course, when you do line of sight as DPS, do use bandages if you've got them available.
Make sure everyone's
Sorry, Senna, if you got one shot, it means you stood too far out of the door. So as a range DPS, I don't think I mentioned this, and I'm sorry for that, but you only want to be out just far enough to hit the boss. Any further, you stand a chance in getting flame breath.
That's
Maybe
probably what
just-
happened.
Maybe everyone should wear the Oni cloak range there.
Yeah, it's still probably going to one-shot a
I
shot.
got one shot with it.
Still apply a debuff.
With
That's
the
how
way
I
that
died.
The boss is turned. Like the healers, like if you guys look at X, the healers are standing about here to heal the tank. The DPS need to come to about here to hit the boss. If you're about here, you're going to get Shadow Flame and die.
An easy way to do it as range, just so you know, is stay close to that wall. It means you've got a lot less further to run. So you can
Yeah,
literally take one step out of the wall, pretty much.
Hit the boss. back
If
in.
we're all in time on top of Star as well, you lost your Star, Pom. Unless I'm not
No, you
seeing-
still got it.
Okay. If we're all in time,
I'm
Star, we should be able to
not the
dip in
right
and out.
person to follow, by the way, because I'm looking at a lot more than my stacks.
I'll
I
keep an eye on
found
the
there were
stacks.
times I was, yeah, maybe you put a star on yourself and do
I got
range
Moon.
stat.
I like Moon.
I'm just gonna take the
Hey.
star off myself because I don't want people following me because I actually was doing the wrong thing and probably will continue to because I'm watching other stuff.
Can we get some locks to make a few lock rocks? Because as a mage, I'm not even going through any mana, so it'd help if people are able to make some.
You shouldn't need it.
That's not going to save you, bro. Stacks and just keep your head in the door.
No, it just helps, man. I used a health pod and a bandage.
Let's just not use up a lot of shards on that though. We need them for summons and soul stones.
Correct.
Okay,
There's not a lot of
ready check
traction
for
in soul
rebuffs.
Whoa, I'm not even there yet.
Yeah, there's still a lot missing.
Jesus.
What?
Don't run back, man.
Don't run back.
Yeah, we'll call out when you need to run back. Last night was special because it was suppression room, so there wasn't a way for us to get back because we died where shit would respawn behind us.
My bad, my
Tonight
bad.
we can stand up and get going on the boss straight away. So if we just get a summon on
That's
frequency.
right. That was a really good attempt, by the way, guys. We were literally pretty close. If the tanks didn't, have a little issue there, we probably would have.
Yeah, that was
I
about
can still
26%,
turn it
I
back
think.
up.
It was really good.
Yep.
And we learned something more for our tanks as well, so I think we'll get it this
I think every group learnt. Range learned not to stand too far out. Melee DPS learnt not to run in early and start getting stacks when you're not ready to DPS. Whichever people did that,
Just stay up against the wall until Pyro calls out for DPS to begin.
And yeah, just do keep an eye on that threat meter as well. You shouldn't get too close, but it seems warriors pull a lot of threat.
Are
Alright, boss
we
is
pulling on
incoming.
this one?
No, one more. We don't have totems. People still getting a few buffs up. I don't have a food buff.
Just want to go stand in your spot again, Daddy, just so we can.
I get
No,
hard
the boss
No.
is
Oh,
fast.
well, obviously when you go.
Other world.
This is just for the next path, guys. If you need anything, let us know.
Alright, about 30 seconds when he comes back, we'll be pulling, so get your stuff finished.
That's perfect where you are there.
Mind vision.
Pretty good now because there's a foreign corpse to show where you need to stand.
Alright, looking good, guys.
Or where not to stand.
Okay, everyone in your starting position. As soon as the boss comes back, we're pulling.
Range DPS, by the way, you should be popping your DPS cooldowns on about the third time we jump out. You try and use a fire pod at the same time so casters are getting interrupted as much and things like that. Make sure you've got your fire ward up every time you jump out, that sort of thing. You have a lot of time behind this wall.
Let us know when you're going out, dude.
The anticipation is killing me.
So nervous.
He knows he's going to die this time, so he's not coming
Yeah,
back.
he's being cheeky. Just asking even Rock to swap with him.
Here he comes.
Alright, boss is ink.
Alright, everybody get ready.
Fresh those short duration totems back into position.
5, 4, 3,
Bubbles,
2,
hots.
1.
Alright, Daddy's pulling.
He's a little bit further
Back
away.
here, get back just in case he breathes straight away. Behind the
He's
wall.
coming.
Back here, wait.
Back here, why are you out?
Now he's in the
He's
wrong
now in a
position.
bad spot.
Back here, mate.
What?
Just drag him
Okay,
back.
Daddy. I believe in you, Daddy.
Yeah, good job, Daddy. Good job. All right, everybody, go in, go in, go.
Alright, so we're moving out. Ranged group, light DPS at first.
Wing buff it in 8 seconds.
Alright, taunting off you, Daddy.
Sooner.
It resisted, fuck's sake.
Do
Resisted.
something else.
Guys.
Yeah.
Oh no, never mind. Just a dumbass.
Me again.
Genius.
It's gonna be wipe. Just wipe it up, guys.
So annoying. So when taunt resists, I mean,
Spam something else.
Mocking blow.
Yeah, when taunt resists, you go into battle stance for your second taunt.
yeah, I
You
went for
should,
the.
you
I went for the
should
block.
have a macro that goes to battle stance and does it and swaps instantly back to defensive.
Yeah, I went for mocking blow, but it dodged or something. It didn't go off.
I don't know, Lois, that. Yeah, you'll
So
blind side
annoying.
it off there.
Do you have an ank this time, or?
Oh man, resisted.
I resisted 6 things in a row. God damn.
Maybe that's why we need to send both attacks in. I don't know, it's risky though.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've watched a few different, and I think maybe we should do that just in case, because that really, like,
No, we didn't get one shot of that because of that center. We got one shot because the taunt resisted. Then it went on to moisted, and he turned around, and then breath.
Just send in both the tanks, I reckon, and then whoever gets aggro, call it, or whoever's taunt. Or have light do the taunt first if it's resistant.
Well, you either need a taunt at like 4 seconds, and if that gets resisted, then mocking blow or challenging shout at 2 seconds. Because 2 seconds, if it gets resisted, that's it. Like you've got like 1 second for your global cooldown, and that's kind of.
What would happen if he misses the taunt and then you taunt straight after the wing buffet?
I would still have aggro during wing buffet.
Wait, why don't we just use 2 off tanks? Like Gunnigan's saying.
do you want to do it that way, Pomparo? Like, send in just me and Platemate, and then we'll go in and both go for a taunt each, just in case a resist happens, or?
Maybe his head exploded.
I wouldn't blame him.
You probably vaped too hard.
Pulled everything in the
There
room.
was someone talking to me on it.
Yeah. So the idea was, do we send both the tanks in case of a taunt resist? It is more
Definitely
risky.
not.
Okay.
Alright.
What's the downside to doing that?
You know what we're gonna do, Stickle? You're gonna be in every time behind the boss. So if they call a taunt resist, you quickly jump over and go bear foreman.
Okay.
Within 2 seconds.
Yep, I believe in him. And worst case scenario, he taunts off the DPS that's about to get threat.
Yeah. Oh, worst case is he wing buffets you, Daddy. I taunt it so the DPS.
However, a good idea is if we hear a taunt resist, all DPS just fucking stop, because Daddy can taunt back after the wing buffet, and he can do that quite quickly. You got to give him the time to do it. So if he taunts and you're still pew-pewing, he's gonna lose it straight away. It's basically, if that happens again, all DPS, if you hear somebody call a taunt resist, just run to your safe spot and let Daddy build some threat back up.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I
quick
just-
fire reactions.
I really think I just wasn't quick enough on the mocking blow or the challenging shout, just to... Yeah, I think that was the biggest problem that I made.
It's all good. Don't beat yourself up. My old old boss used to say to me was, "Don't be sorry, be better."
Yeah, be better.
He was a really lovely guy.
Sound like a homo.
Was he just perpetually disappointed in you?
Yes, he was. I never got better.
But none of you guys do that.
Mage, please get priest buffs.
The one I liked,
Let's sorry, click on.
difference
Let's just get
between
buffs
haste
so we can try and get him on the next pull.
Go ahead, Triok.
The one I liked was more speed, less haste.
Get totems down. Get totems down now, so we don't need to pop them when he's pulled.
Everybody line of sighting.
Alright, we're ready.
Daddy in position.
He's in the back of the room. Doesn't want to know
you-
about it.
Is he here?
I'm here. I'm just.
Okay, cool.
There's a million totems. It's great. Love it.
Alright, he's coming in now. Got about 15 seconds.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He's coming. Oh lord, he's coming.
Guys,
Oh, what the
who
fuck?
is doing shit?
Okay, DPS that are doing a self cast on yourself, it does aggro, so don't self cast.
Okay, guys, we can recover.
Alright, go in.
Wing buff at 8 seconds.
Okay, thanks.
5.
Thing now.
I got it back.
Back, Daddy.
No, I'm not taunting.
Also watch your threat DPS, particularly if you're one of the guys that normally pulls.
Three seconds.
Thing now.
Got it.
Triok, you should never be getting stacks, mate.
How did you just get deleted there? What the hell?
I didn't. I was like sitting on 10% health for like 3 seconds.
We were healing you the whole time.
Yeah, it didn't feel like nothing.
That's in a bad spot.
I'm just rotating him.
Oh, we're just gonna wipe.
No, we've still got.
We lost 2
I was spamming heals on you and it just wasn't. I don't know what the hell you're getting hit by.
Well, flame buff had hit me for 2k.
How many stacks did you have?
Shadow flame hit me for 4k.
We got a race.
I can do Soulstone once we're back up.
Fucking phone call right as we were about to pull.
It's all good, Senna. Yeah, just everyone. No one should be pressing any buttons except Daddy until he's got the boss in position and
Just
he
looks at me and I get knocked back.
Triok, you're on healing the ranged group, so all you need to do is stay behind the wall and heal the ranged DPS.
Yep,
You shouldn't
Oh, I
be
thought
getting.
I thought they got changed.
No.
Do we have
Someone else got
res?
put into that position.
One shaman got a.
I've got Hank.
Sweet as, thank you, Fakia.
Sorry, go ahead. Whoever was talking before.
No.
Couldn't have been too important. It might be worth you using taunt on the pull, Daddy. Just like as soon as you get in range, just taunt it. just so that little things like that don't do it. Don't pull aggro.
Yeah. What was that? Just
I
using
normally
the
do
bubble?
both. I normally do both, but he started to run away from me before I was in position. So
Yeah.
I only know about this also because of being Boomy and finding out why Gar kept on clapping me at the start of the
For going into form.
Yeah, because it was a self buff and a group buff. Which then I found out paladins can actually tank in vanilla. They just need 15 people of the exact same like class, and they just do Blessing of Kings, and you can actually never get past their threat. And like they don't run out of mana. It's just it costs them like 40 gold each pull.
We've definitely paid more than that in consumes.
oh yeah, I'm broke as fuck.
I don't want to hear about alliance problems. With their blessings of salvation instead of Wind Fury.
What does that one do?
It means melee DPS practically can't pull threat.
I'm just, guys, it seems to be a lot of people getting too many stacks, and that's stretching the mana of some of the healers for the range groups, which should be healing Daddy, and instead they're getting sucked into healing people who are getting too many stacks. So I've told the priest to focus on Daddy more, and if you're not looking after yourself as a range, then you're going to die.
You got to be using bandages, health potions. Reckon if you're a hunter, feign death, sit down and eat some food.
Sloth's Drents, Wagon Wheel, Damu, and Bovenet should only ever be healing tanks. No one else.
Boss is coming back. Get away from the doorway.
Once we kill this guy,
for
just
melee
get everyone
DPS
in
and
there.
range DPS, this fight is extremely similar to Geddon. You're just going in and out, line of sighting, and dropping stacks. That's all it is. None of the DPS should be dying. We've got a lot of experience doing that sort of fight.
Can we get it this time round? Is that a massive focus because we're out of ace in the side.
Luckily, there's no trash if we do have to do a run back. So that's pretty cool.
Lucky I brought 15 of every potion. And don't have any more space in my bags to possibly bring any more.
We're just going to switch things up a little bit. I'm going to remain focused on Daddy the whole time, and Sloths and Wagon Wheel are going to focus on the other.
Okay.
Just so I'm laser focused on Daddy the whole time, so we don't have any little issues.
Sounds good.
Let's get Mark of the Wild, please.
Boss incoming. Go near the door.
Pull buffs up, guys. I want to get him on the next turn round.
I get cut.
Mages, get some buffs out.
Group 2 needs int. Thank you.
I'll stress this again. This isn't a DPS race, this is a stay alive race. So melee DPS, if you've got at any point 7 stacks, you've done something wrong. Same with range DPS. Just watch your stacks, run in and out. If you're not 90% health, please please make sure you stay behind that wall until you're topped up.
Alright guys, we're gonna get ready for a pull. All DPS stack on Moon. Shamans, can you get your totems ready now? Boss
We're
is
pulling on
incoming.
this.
Yep, here he comes.
Daddy into position.
Are we pulling?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're pulling on this rotation. Everyone line of sight but Daddy.
Yep.
Five,
You can be eating your food
4,
buffs now, guys,
3,
because as long as
2,
you're sitting down, you'll be
1.
alright.
No one
Daddy's
move
got the
until
taunt.
Pyro calls it.
How's that positioning, Pom?
Good, alright, you can go in.
Watch your stacks.
People who just got hit standing too far out.
Taunt.
Alright, range group, drop your stacks. Range, don't go stand right in the doorway, guys. You can come out to where the healers are standing and you won't get breathed on.
4 seconds.
Alright, let's reset buffs. Oh, you were standing right next to me, Narukami. I don't know how that happened.
All three of us died.
4 seconds. Groom's dead.
Alright. Get ready, plate mate.
Do you want me to stay out to do off tank stuff?
Wing buff in 10.
Like making
3
solo
seconds.
this.
Guys, heal playmate. Playmate's dead.
Alright, Stickle, you're now the off tank.
I gotta get rid of these stacks, guys. I'm at 22, 23.
You're just gonna have to tank it and pray for
Taunt,
the best.
taunt, taunt.
Sticker got clapped.
Oh, my stacks are not reset.
Yeah, we're gonna wipe. We don't have any tanks left.
Just play it out. Just taunt straight up the wing buff.
Oh, my stacks are reset. What the
Must have
fuck?
resisted through.
He resisted forever.
Keep
Do we have any
guys.
thunder roses?
Stacks.
Just get ready to taunt as soon
Go on.
as wing buffer hits you.
Watch your stacks range.
Oh,
Range,
yeah,
be
shit.
careful that Shadow Flame is tamed.
Can we get an off tank in here to taunt?
There's no off tanks, man. You're just gonna have to sit
Yeah,
through it
rip.
and play this out.
Yeah, I'll taunt the next one.
That's boys.
It's in 5 seconds.
So healers, be watching for boys. Heal boys now. Wow, you got clapped.
You got hit with the shadow flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glorious death.
Daddy's still going.
Mining your stacks ranged.
Wing buff in 10.
Trent's on him.
Yeah, we got a really weird angle there.
Yeah, I
Range
don't
got
want to move,
collapsed.
mate. He'll wipe everyone.
Just play it out.
I need more mana.
For practice. All heals on Daddy, guys. Don't worry about anybody else. I think we're all dry there.
The tank
yeah,
off
it just
tanks
felt like
just
me.
died.
So, Daddy, what we're gonna do is just try and reposition him a bit so he's facing straight onto you and not on the angle anymore. At the start. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just need to take a different route.
I didn't think it'd be an issue, but some fights it was worse than others. Like that fight, we lost a lot of range. Like some were maybe one step further out than they needed to be, but like that shouldn't be an issue. And
So it's the angle more so than the line of sight.
yeah, so your line of sight is fine for healers, so you're still standing in the same spot, but what I want you to do is sort of run the boss out a bit so he's sort of facing you straight on against that pole.
Let's run back this time, guys.
Does that make sense?
It does, but I think it's going to put the off tanks on a weird angle. Like,
I'd rather the off
possibly-
tank stand further to the side and get knocked back.
They're going to be
The
further out of
offense
range of
is
healing.
taunted, it doesn't really matter.
I understand that. However, right now, every fight we've lost 3 to 8 range DPS right at the start to breaths.
Can they not? Can the range DPS not?
And
go where-
we
where the
also
melee go?
lost healers. No.
Why can't they run back to where the melee area is?
It was more of they died because they just poked their head out and they were right next to the healer. So like a millimeter more, you would have just taken out all of the healers.
Is the melee area safer because he's us?
You're not wrong. We could do it that way where we get all the range to just stack in that corner on the melee area.
And then there's no risk at all because the
And
shadow
just
plane-
leave the healers out on the other side in the safe spot.
Yeah, that could work.
We can do that.
Maybe
Everyone's
hunters
gonna be
might the
hugging real
only
tight.
ones that had an issue with that.
It's more like a rhombus.
No, just a thought. Maybe we should try.
Maybe we can chuck
I mean,
one
it's
extra
not a
healer over there.
it's not a bad idea. Yeah, well, Triok and Helia will be coming over there.
Okay, cool. Well, that should be fine. I think we should give that a shot.
And then also it preserves those. There's no chance that Triok and that'll get hit by anything because they're just standing there.
Yeah, so Triok and Helia just stand behind the pole and heal people, and that's it.
Which pole?
Well, the off
we'll show
tanks-
you when we go back in there. I'll show you. Hunters, you can just take a step back when you jump
Yeah.
in.
Why wouldn't it work for hunters?
I like how
shouldn't be too
everything in
close to
this
the boss.
instance is a pole to Pyro.
Oh fuck
Leave
it,
that
or whatever.
off,
I just love poles, mate.
It's a wall, it's a pole.
Was
It's a
the
pillar,
off were the off tanks in the line of sight of the healers?
The healers have to move out to heal the off tanks. That's part of the.
Well, yeah, because that's
part of the dance.
another issue because we lost 2 off tanks because they just weren't getting healed. So
So
Yeah,
whoever's
that,
assigned.
I definitely noticed that.
I was fine healing Daddy there, so the off tank.
Let's just get Sloths, Bovenet, and Wagon Wheel to jump out and heal the off tank when they taunt then. Drenth and Damu and Navia can permanently be healing Daddy. Is that good with everyone?
Yeah.
So Drenth, Damu, and Navia never need to move off this spot. Sloths, Bovenet, and
Bossy.
Wagon Wheel.
Bosses Inc.
Come back. Sloths, Bovenet, and Wagon Wheel stand and heal Daddy in the line of sight spot. When they're taunting for the wing buffet, take this just step out and start healing whichever off tank's gonna do it. And Damu, when the off tank is about to taunt, start using chain heals through Daddy.
see, I stepped up.
And Cat Botherer. Sorry, we've got Cat Botherer as well. You're going to be here just healing Daddy as well. Same deal. When the off tank is taunting for Wing Buffet, start using chain heals into the through Daddy into the off tank.
So you'll be stacking on top of this circle, by the way, Cat. Yeah. Not right at this very second, but once you guys are in position. But good play so far.
I think that should solve our issues.
Ranged, including hunters, will be going to the melee spot. There's a pillar further back the hunters can dip in and out of. Which
So
is
any range, and Helia and Triok, if you want to come now and have a look where you'll be staying, and just in case you weren't aware, it's around here. It's the safe spot.
So
Helia and Triok, you guys just stay here. DPS, we just duck out, do our DPS. When we get 5 stacks, run back here until you drop your stat.
So when do we move here? When do we move here once the boss is pulled?
When I call DPS go in, that's when you run in. So when you see Tiddy's moon marker go, follow it.
I'm outside. Someone walked into Upper Blackrock Spires.
Everyone.
Oh my fucking god. Let's go without him. He's relinquished loot.
No,
I'm just outside.
Raid. Sprim.
Mage, please go buffs.
Can we move Cat Bowler up for utilizing his totems?
That's too smart. Cat Bother, and make sure you drop fire resist totem and anything good for. Actually, you're probably better off being in more healers group. So you can drop whatever mana things you drop.
And putting fire resist on healers.
Yeah.
That are stepping out to heal off things.
Yeah, which Bovenet and Wagon Wheel are. So.
Okay, Zali, you better feel special.
Everybody drunk a fire resist potion, got your Oni cape on.
Mage, please get all buffs.
Mage tonic.
I need all buffs as well. Frequency.
Is Ali here?
Sorry guys, one second. What was that, Helia?
I was just wondering if I needed to wear the cape if I'm in that.
You do not. You do not. You, Alpine, Triok, and Sheeman just wear as much healing gear as you can. You don't take any damage.
And the main tank healers?
Main tank healers will be fine as well, as long as you're not getting stacks.
Yeah. Main tank healers that don't move won't. Wagamil, Bovenet, and Sloths probably just chuck your back piece.
Alright guys. I'm looking pretty almost there. Eat your food buffs now.
For a bit of health.
He just patted away, so we still have about 30 seconds.
Yep. We'll wait 10 seconds, then get those totems down. Daddy, you can move into position when you're ready.
Just a heads up, when we are running around the side here, you're hugging the wall around. Don't move out off the wall too far, otherwise you could get hit by some nasty boss mechanics.
So we stack on Moon, I'm guessing.
Yep, just follow Moon when he goes in.
But we have to stack on him.
So,
well, you're watching your stacks primarily. When you get to 5 stacks, you're hiding behind the wall on the other side.
On the other side, yeah.
I'll show you guys. I'm going to be moving to a position a little bit further back.
Thanks, mate.
Zali, you're going to be the new Moon. Don't fuck up.
Alright, he's coming back. We got about 15 seconds.
Navia.
Yeah, I'm just out here to give him a bubble and a...
Alright, tight.
Alright, everyone LOS now.
Don't use any buffs or anything, just wait. Nobody touch a button.
Putting a Soulstone on Navier.
Wait.
All right, run round.
You guys hug the wall, hug
DPS
the
in.
wall. Hunters, we're moving to this second pillar.
Grim. What do you think? I was just going to say you might need to stand slightly more to your left than normal since he's straight on instead of on the angle. To not get hit by Shadow Form.
Luckily, I keep resisting, so I can stay out.
Wing buffet in 5.
Thing. Taunt. Very nice.
Oh, where's he going?
All DPS top. Yeah, Grim got punted.
That's why your back needs to be just on that wall.
Yeah, you moved out of healing range too. I don't know what happened.
He got punted out.
He chased Grim.
I couldn't get back up against the corner because I was like out of range of taunt.
Yeah, Grim got punted all the way to like the middle of the room, and Firewall chased him. So,
In which case, when you taunt, just back yourself up into that corner now. It doesn't matter.
Die in a good spot.
Daddy has a dedicated healer and you have dedicated healers. If you both caught one breath, I don't think that'll wipe up.
Okay. I was just really concerned about the breath.
The chance of wing buffet and breath in the same like 2 globals is pretty unlucky as well.
And look, if you do die, there's a backup tank. So
Navier's got Soulstone.
So are we running back or no?
We've
We've
got
got
a
a Soulstone.
Soulstone this time.
If you die in a good spot.
was that better for range in the melee area?
I think it was way better for range. We didn't lose anyone until, you know, a little mishap. I think
lost
it was
Havoc.
Someone died. Havoc's, yeah.
Yeah, but no, range died.
Oh.
He's a rogue.
I think Havoc's was AFK.
Yeah. Yep, we've got res. I'm just gonna grab a whiskey, be right back.
If you res in the room, make sure you run out.
Bosses here, guys. Watch out.
Yeah, is there any chance for a repair bot?
Give it a couple more shots, I reckon. How's everyone's gear?
My helmet is red.
People must not be repairing because I've died just as much as anyone else.
Yeah, we should
fully
be around
repaired.
30%.
I'm on 40 now, but I've been swapping the weapons out before.
Yeah, I've been wearing the same gear the whole time and I'm only at 40%.
I'm at 29. I was repaired before.
Must be the cloth to whatever different, potentially.
Yeah, I'm cloth and I don't need to repair, so I'm sure it's going on.
All right, guys, this is it. I feel it this time. I feel like we have explored every single possible mistake we could make. I've got a good feeling.
So just to recap, everything was perfect on that pool. The only thing we need to change is that when the off tanks are about to taunt for wing buffet, make sure you're tucked in the corner before you hit taunt.
It does mean if a breath happens in that time, you will both get breathed. However, whichever off tank is in there, make sure when Daddy gets aggro back, just get the fuck out of that range as quickly as possible.
Yep, I'm back.
Boss is coming. Careful, boss. Boss.
Might be worth as well. I don't think I can see a problem with this, but as soon as Daddy sees the wing buff at cast bar, it might be worth him taunting in case they do get punted so that the boss doesn't run off. Do you need your taunt for anything else in that period?
And the risk is he taunts a little bit too quickly and gets aggro himself and then gets wing buff.
I don't think there's much chance of that with reaction time.
I think we just do it what we have, and we've only had that happen once now, and then we know, so it should be a non-issue. We fixed the mistake.
Yeah. I'm just.
I'll just make sure that
ways to
one at this time and should be good.
Can we get a summon on Helia, please?
Any lock?
I'm completely out of stones.
Yeah, same.
I had 40 of them. Fucking Titty can fucking back me up.
That was yesterday, mate.
It was a big day today.
Yeah.
So it's not too far to walk. She's here already.
Amazing.
Yep. Good. Yep. Call out a few missing buffs. Everyone should be pretty good.
Yeah, I got a feeling we're gonna do it this time, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, we got it this time. Easy.
We were just trying.
Fire pots up. We're not pulling this rotation. Next rotation we'll
So
get.
grab your food buffs now.
As soon as the boss runs away, let's get totems down.
Not as soon because there's some short life totems. Wait for him to almost become visible again.
What's the short life ones like? How long do they last?
Daddy, do you want to stand in position so healers can make sure they're in the right spot? Titties, don't stand there. You stand a chance in getting...
No, I wasn't gonna stay there. Don't worry.
Fair enough.
Alright, all ranged and all melee. Let's go hug Moon. Go give Zali a cuddle.
Damu, you should be on circle. All healers that are healing Daddy should just be stacked tight on.
Which group are you
Okay, let's get totems down now, please. Ah, sorry, Damu. I just counteracted what I said, didn't I? Totem.
Shaman
Enough totems.
There's a perfect set.
Okay, everyone in your line of sight. Boss will be back any second.
It's a cracker. Through.
Haha, got you, Zali.
Alright, boss is coming, guys.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, wait for the call. Guys.
Motherfuckers are back here.
Let me get in position before doing shit.
Nobody did anything. You had the wrong thing targeted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, let's just stack back on Moon.
Come get you, dude. You're moving around like clappers there. Guns down.
He's right. Wait, guys, wait.
Just wipe.
Shadow
Just
Flame.
wipe, just wipe, just wipe, just wipe, just wipe.
What the hell happened there? Why did he come flying around the corner like that?
Come for wagon wheel.
Probably because I had the wrong thing targeted. I don't know. He was chasing me, but
He was chasing you, and for some reason you had Ebon Rock targeted.
It wasn't Ebon Rock, it was the Death Talon Wyvern, because I'd used targeted
it was
target to
just
try and target one.
well,
Okay, so I think with no hots on him now, I guess it's. I just don't
Alright, I've
understand
got a
why.
reincarnate. I'll just use that.
Please do. Cheers, Drew. Pull out my handy ank.
It's in the back pocket to the left.
Nah, further down. Keep reaching.
No, it's more. It only just came off. Cool.
How are you guys liking progression? I know I'm loving it.
It's like hitting a brick
Proving
wall.
to be interesting.
That's true.
Yeah. It's actually a challenge.
Yeah.
We just all got to focus up here a little bit, guys. Like this boss, we should have it. It's just really silly things that keep happening, and it's just slowing us down heaps.
That's alright. You're right, we do need to be switched on, but let's not lose our cool either. Sorry to talk over you, Tom.
Just don't do it again.
Yes, master. It's alright, we'll just go through this methodically. It's like learning a new dance routine.
Did we want to get a repair bot?
Yeah, if we've got one, now's a good time.
Alright, I'll pop it down. Brent's going to put the repair bot down.
Alright, I'll mark it up for you. Oh, clicked on Zali's corpse by accident.
We've just got to kill this motherfucker. It's that simple.
Yeah, we'll clap him.
That's pretty much how every boss works, though. I think.
I think we've, like you said, now
Except
we've
for,
gone through.
is it Major Domo. You don't have to kill.
Oh, that's true.
Fault in the stars.
We've gone through every mistake we can now. I reckon that's it.
We've had about
Process of elimination.
We've had about 4 wipes due to very silly mistakes that just, if people just switch on a bit and stop that, then we would be a bit further along, I think.
Yeah, well, we've still got an hour and a half, guys, so we can easily get through this and smash out those dragons. They're easy after this. This is.
Alpine's over here, but I can't res him.
Who's over here?
Shaman's got him. Shaman. Shame E man. She-man.
She-man.
Seaman.
It's got coronavirus written all over it. Alright, full buff.
Did anybody see the post on Facebook Warcraft page today? Where this guy got mail from this Chinese guy, and his name was Wu Hang Food Co. or something. He got given a thing of soup, a bat's wing, and he got something else. And like it had all Chinese writing and shit. You know, it just blew up. Everyone saying that Warcraft has like coronavirus now and shit.
Mages, can we please buff the priests groups and hunters? I think I've done every.
Can we get AI on group 5, please? Not AI, sorry, the mark.
buffs now, guys. Drink your fire pots.
He's gonna pass one more time before we're ready.
Yep. Let's just get everything.
Broke the freaking repair. No! What can I vendor? Fucking. That's a vendor. That can go. All the stuff is freaking
wobbling around.
Alright, Daddy, into position, please. So just focus up here, watch your stacks, watch your positioning.
I'm not going to stand in position. You guys know where I need to stand. I'm going to get ready to do it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Pull it my way.
He has fire more tight targeted. We're set. Titties and Senna, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Senna?
Oi, Tom.
Yeah.
Can you trade me 5 gold?
I'm standing here so I can bubble Daddy.
Did I not give you
Who needs
fucking
gold?
100 gold worth of pots? But yeah,
Thanks, man.
thought you'd cover me for that, but sorry.
I sent some of them back to you.
Everyone get into your position. The boss will be in like 20 seconds.
Yep, let's get totems down, please.
Here he comes.
He's coming, all totems should be down. Alright, don't be dropping anything or buffing anything. Everybody stop.
4,
Don't click a button.
2,
Daddy,
1.
slap this bitch in the face.
Alright, move around.
Gold team, woo! Yeah.
Wing buff it in 8 seconds.
Bring me out.
Where's the 20?
It's all good. 20 back.
He's chased
Melee,
after
be
Grim
careful
again.
of positioning.
Yep.
He's in a shit position, guys.
Alright, everyone hide behind the wall. Daddy, reposition him.
I need something to cover me.
No, you're good, you're good. Go back now. Healers, you got him.
Beautiful.
Touch him up, touch him up.
Alright.
Alright, resume.
Watch your stacks.
Watch your
Melee.
stacks, there's someone with 8.
He's about to lose him now. Wing buff it. Alright, guys.
He's
DPS high,
DPS
DPS
stop.
high.
That's why you've got to be in the corner, Grim Grom.
It's alright. DPS just
Drum's
high.
dead.
Let it get back
Oh,
in
battle res.
Battle res.
I'm doing it.
Okay, guys.
Stickle, drop your stack, Stickle.
Will do.
Wing buff in 5.
Get heals on Grim.
Where's the
please.
taunt?
I can't get him.
There we go. DPS, relax. Let Daddy get the boss.
That was someone messed up the taunts. I saw him taunt about 5 seconds to go, then he dropped, and then Daddy got it back, and he didn't have a taunt for the wing.
I saw the off tank taunted, then got wing buffeted, and then the boss ran.
I've got 22 stacks. Wing buff in 2.
We've got no healers left for the melee group, dude. I'm just gonna die.
Stickle, can you...
That's over.
Just wipe it up. Everyone, if you're still alive, walk out into the main room.
So what was the issue there, guys?
Well, Grim kept getting smashed into the middle of the room. And 5 more just kept moving out of position. Another thing was a couple times after the taunt wore off, I wasn't the highest on threat.
So what we're gonna do here, plate mate, you're just gonna be a DPS in your tanking gear. So put two one-handers on and just do DPS. Stickle's gonna be main off tank. Grimgrom's gonna be backup off tank.
No worries.
Just be ready to put a shield on if we call it plate mate to swap around with Daddy. What you need to do is just stand on that second bar and taunt off Daddy, and then keep tanking while he drops his stacks. Is that simple enough for you? Do you understand?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. So Sticklebark is going to be the first off tank in, and Grimgrom, you will be the second. Now, Grimgrom, remember you need to stack your back into that corner if you're going in for the breath, for the buffet. Sorry.
Did you say he was out of range, Grim?
Then move in closer and then back up once you've taunted into the corner. I need you back facing those bars that Daddy is facing against. Not the second bar, but just that back corner bar. Just to make sure you're not getting punted halfway across the world. In fact, Hell's Bells, fuck it. Off tank, just when you go in and taunt, stand on top of Daddy. There you go. Sorted. That way the healers don't even need to move. When off tank runs in, so Stickle, when you run into taunt, just stand right on top of Daddy, taunt it, and then once Wing Buffet hits, Daddy will get it back, and then once that's happened, run out. That means healers, you're never going to have to move. That means no healers are going to move at all. But just be wary when their off tank goes in, both tanks are going to be taking damage. So Bovenet, Sloths, and Wagon Wheel continue to heal Stickle or Grimgrom. And the others continue to heal Daddy. Is that clear for everyone?
Frequency's leaving, it looks like.
Yeah, he's got work. That's fine. I think we are doing well, guys. And Grim, your positioning was good earlier in the night. It's just, I don't know what's been going on. It's been a bit difficult, but we will try this, what Pompiro has explained.
We're just going to negate it. It means when the off tank runs in, there is a 100% chance they're both going to take a breath. It'll be in the right position. The boss will never move. And it also means if the taunt resists or something, everything's just in the right spot.
I think it's just...
So the off tank's going to stand where the main tank is?
Correct. You're just going to stack on top of each other. So when the off tank runs in, run in with like 6 seconds to go now, or 8, maybe 7 seconds to go. Run in and then
sorry.
Run in and then taunt. And then after you lose aggro back to Daddy, get back out again. But make sure you've lost aggro before running, otherwise you'll move the boss in 2. But Stickle, you'll be going in first, and Grimgrom second, and just keep,
Yep.
So positioning for tanks is all on the same spot. Healers, you're never going to need to move off circle anymore. Just make sure Sloths, Wagon Wheel, and Bovenet, when the off tank is going in, they call it Wing Buffet, you're ready to heal the off tank running in, and the other healers can heal the main.
mark on. It's got a 5.
Alright, full buffs, guys. Make sure you got full buffs. Let's get him on the next turn. I believe in the strats. So Grim, Grom, and Stickle, you guys know what you're doing. You're standing on top of Daddy when you're going in. Run in when there's 7 seconds to go. And taunt at 2 seconds. And once you have definitely lost aggro, run back.
Yep. I'm gonna taunt, get wing buffeted, and then deselect the boss.
Bovenet, Wagon Wheel, and Sloths are the 3 healers healing the off tank when they run in. Just Moisted AFK.
So are we still running into that little corner area? Trail.
We sure are, mate.
Yep, nothing else has changed. Just the off tanks.
Yeah, let's do light DPS for the first 2 or 3 as well, guys.
Boss is coming.
Give it one more.
I think we're going. Oh, yeah, just no, wait. We won't pull this time. No totems are out or anything like that. I think somebody needed buffs. Narukami needed. Narukami's missing Mark of the Wild and Fort.
Yeah. It's alright, we'll be back in a minute. Alright, Daddy, you can get in position now if you like. So now we're fully ready, we're not rushing in.
Replace totems.
Yep, let's get all totems down now. Refresh, put everything down.
I can't cast that yet. That's still recharging.
It's not really about damage feck here. Right now, our only problem's really just getting this, making sure the tanking sort of sorted.
Tank swaps.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Alright, boss is coming in, guys. Nobody cast anything while Daddy is picking it up.
I'll have to throw the kitchens and get this cut.
Oh, I want him down. He's pissed me off tonight.
Oh yeah.
3, 2.
Alright, focus up everyone on your debuffs. Nobody get more than 6, please. At 5, you need to be running back. Alright, run in.
Alright, hug the wall, guys, hug the wall.
Alright, off tank, go in.
Taunting.
Make sure you're on that second pole.
I'm going out.
Next
Boys,
tank in.
Be easy on your DPS.
Off tank in.
Please taunt.
Grim tanking. Grim drop aggro.
Grim out.
Very nice.
Great transition, guys. Keep an eye on those stacks.
I'm going in.
3 seconds.
Taunting.
I'm at 20 stacks.
Oh, is melee DPS really high in threat?
I'm only at 1, I can take it.
Okay, on the next buffet.
Pretty high, slow down.
After the next buffet,
Moisted, itching, please try and drop your threat.
Okay.
after this buffet, Stick will go taunt off Daddy.
Yeah. Taunting now.
Grimgrom out. Grimgrom out. Oh wow, it's on back on Daddy.
All hide, everyone hide.
Reposition.
Everyone hide while he's getting back in position.
That's good.
Keep Daddy up, keep Daddy up.
What's your
Nice.
stacks, Daddy?
Oh, the roof reset.
Okay, good.
Great.
Alright, Stickle, you're in. Stickle, get in for Buffet. Stickle, get in for Buffet. Oh, Grimgrom, sorry. Whoever, sorry to mess you. Sorry, guys. It's me.
Stacks, guys. Threat.
Daddy, just taunt it back when you get a sec.
I just did.
Sprem.
I got it.
Dobby.
Yeah, DPS need to watch threat.
Okay. Moisted. If I called your name out, you need to slow down.
You're flaming the healers. You're flaming the healers
Oh.
there.
Why did he move out of position?
Grimgrom's main
Res,
tank.
Daddy.
Go over to the second pole, Grimgrom. You're on the first pole, you need to be on.
He's on you, Stickle. What are you doing, Stickle? Wake up.
Why the fuck is it on me?
Daddy died.
Stop typing this bloody.
Alright, plate mate's got it. Heals on plate.
We've lost three healers.
Sorry, that was my bad with calling on the off tank.
Yeah, don't call over the tanks. They had a really good system going.
Run into the room if you are.
That was really neat up to that point though, guys.
Problem was, even after Grim taunted and I stopped attacking, he went after me when I was waiting for my stacks to be reset. Which is, it shouldn't happen.
We're just going to ignore stacks and pray to gods that you... healers, how much damage are those stacks actually doing? Like, or do we have damage logs actually?
It doesn't say. It's just taking incremental more chunks. That's it.
I feel like I'm fine healing him. Even
Yeah,
if
like when it's just getting like really iffy, like when he's at the 20 stacks, but we're getting the heal.
What we should do then is just when you need to drop your stacks, Daddy, let Grimgrom taunt it and then just stay there and just give him like 5 seconds without you hitting anything to make sure he's got it before you move.
Yeah,
An extra few seconds is not going to kill you.
I'm not going to call anything for tanks. Stickle, can you, when we need to do that tank swap over, can you organize what tank's running in and out and call it so I don't mess anything?
Just to confirm, we're doing one off tank goes in for each buffet, right? Not both of us?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we don't need to rotate, right? You could just do that by yourself, couldn't you, Stickle? And we could just leave Grimgrom as a backup for when someone needs to taunt off Daddy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it works either way, because either we've got taunt resist backup for the off tank switch with the wing buffet, or Daddy gets buffeted and then I tank it until Daddy's taunt comes back up, and then it doesn't really matter. Because I'm stacking on the same spot, I can get healed by the main healers anyway, so I think we could just do one.
So just you going in and doing the buffets?
Yeah, then we've got Grimgrom in reserve with no stacks if anything goes wrong.
Alright, let's do it that way then. And if anything needs to happen with tanks on the fly, I'm not going to say a fucking thing. It's all on you, Stickle.
Yeah, all good. Yeah. I don't know how much fire resist you've got, Daddy. I'm running just over 200 and I'm resisting tons of stacks, so I imagine you are as well.
Over 250, I think.
Yeah, like your stacks have fallen off several times while you're tanking. Like that means you've resisted like 10 or 15 in a row.
We may just push the stacks. Maybe up to 30.
If the healers aren't having a problem keeping Daddy up when he's at 25 stacks, then we can just really take our time with the swapping him out to make sure that the aggro is right.
I think long as if the healers are getting innovates that are healing Daddy, then we should have no issue just pumping. I'm not sure where the innovates are going, but I got one there. But
Yeah.
hopefully they're going to the other main healer tanks. But you know,
I'm innovating you when I'm out. Since I'm not doing anything else anyway, I just innovate you.
My innovate just goes on whatever healer is low at the time.
Yeah. Just call if you're going to do an innovate. Just say innovate on whichever healer so that we don't accidentally do it.
Oh, okay. My thing goes to the person saying they're being innovated, but
yeah, just like innovate on sloths or whatever. That was real smooth though.
It was
That's
really
definitely the
beautiful.
strat. The boss doesn't even move when we do it that way.
Yeah, the only time he
Assuming he doesn't
moved
chase
was
the mates.
when we were doing that swap with Daddy. So I think we'll just not do the swap with Daddy and see how that goes. And if he does die, we just gotta get one of you off tanks, whoever it goes to, in as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I think we can still do the swap. Just like I say, when we go to do the swap, Daddy just stay in the tanking position for 5
Until we
seconds without
know
hitting him.
where it is.
Until we're
Yeah, well,
sure that
I could just stand still at 20 stacks and not do anything, and then
Yeah,
if you guys have just got it, he's not going to come back to me.
Yeah, let's do it that way.
as soon as we're sure that it's on the off tank, then you run out.
yeah, you don't need to. It's not like the 20 is going to one shot you. It doesn't seem to be doing that much damage. So you don't need to panic and run out. I don't think that's.
No. Well, didn't panic, just follow the strat.
Yeah, let's do it that way. Play it safe that way. We're not struggling, so let's go with that.
Anyone needs water? Open traded mage tonic.
This is great, Zali. Looks like you're literally the last person to get rezzed. Been able to teabag you forever.
I was about to raise him, I didn't want to spoil your fun, did he?
You said you were giving me compressions.
Yeah, I was trying to start your heart back up.
His cold, lifeless heart.
Maybe that's why it wasn't working.
It's been dead for too long.
Man, that wall's looking so good though. Can't wait to kill this guy and teabag him instead of Zali.
Let's get full buffs out, guys.
I can't believe no one needs water. I got a bag full of 500 waters. No one wants.
I got
Oh, I'll grab some if some's going. Mine's
Yeah,
starting
someone
to look a bit.
take my water, guys.
Thank you.
Mage tonic, please get priest buffs.
Yeah, we're working through. We're running a little low on counters and the priest.
Where's Sailor Moon?
Running back.
So besides the tank situation, how's everyone else? Is there any feedback from the healers or DPS?
Healing is fine. I'm guessing the range. Nobody in the range party seems to be dying. So
Is everyone still looking at their threat meters?
Yeah, I
Should be,
mean,
yes.
healing's okay. I mean, I haven't even flasked up for this particular one, and we're still doing okay.
Yeah, I feel like the healers are on top of it. Just DPS warriors just really need to watch your threat. Like when we get into the second half, you don't have a threat drop, and it's really easy once you start executing to get threat.
Alright, let's try get him on the next pass. Everyone should be buffed up.
Food buffs.
Wait, I might have missed something. So, do we have to watch our threat more because it's Daddy is, like, the only tank now?
realistically, you shouldn't have to watch your threat too much. It's just as the fight progresses and there's a few swap overs, there's a lot less threat generated at that point. There's only one person I've ever seen get close to threat, and that's Moisted. Everyone else's threat's fine.
Because I thought with less tank
Yeah.
swap overs, it's going to be harder for the melee to.
That's 100% correct. Moisted's just a beast and pulling shit tons of damage.
Oh, sorry, I mean harder for us not to pull threat.
Yeah,
with
yeah,
less swap
that's
overs.
that's exactly it. This boss is a lot harder to get threat from. Unless a wing buffer gets fucked up, we shouldn't be dropping threat at all. And as I said, on the threat meter, the only person I've seen close to the tanks is Moisted, and that's nothing bad on his part. He's just pulling shit tons of threat. All right, guys, everybody should be ready, buffed up. Drop totems now.
Let's
Got
sack
about
on
20
moon.
seconds.
Anyone who's not a shaman.
Get totems down quickly.
Gonna pull. Are we gonna pull?
Yes, we're gonna pull
pulling
this
on
time.
this rotation.
We're seeing Havocs.
Free bubble.
4, 3,
Got him targeted, Daddy.
2, 1.
I certainly do.
Nice.
Don't do anything, guys. No buttons pressed, please.
Yep.
Make sure you hit him. Very good.
I'll do more than that.
Just one shot him, Daddy.
Yeah, I clenched there. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
Alright, move in. Everyone move in.
Okay, Stickle's going in now. Taunting now on Stickle. I got buffeted. It's on Daddy. I'm moving out. Everyone watch your stats. Stickle is moving in now. Stickle taunting now. Resist.
Watch damage, watch threat, exceed, vanish,
It's
exceed,
still on
vanish.
Daddy. It's still on Daddy. DPS, yeah, just watch your threat. You did get buffeted.
We're all still pretty good. We're about 10k behind him.
Stickle's moving in now. Taunting now. I've got him. Getting buffeted now. I'm dead.
Get a battle res on
Next
Stickle,
rotation.
please.
Just chill, Grim. You got like 10 seconds. Grim's on go. Okay, Daddy's taunted. Grim, get out. Oh no, it's on Grim. No, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Watch threat, boys. Boys, you're really high. Really high. Just watch your threat.
Yeah, I'm around the corner. I've been out of combat for 30 seconds.
Right, Stickle's going in. Taunting now. Getting buffeted now. Back to Daddy. I'm gonna
Havocs,
innovate
if you
slots.
can drop threat Havoc.
Bobby's getting.
Stickle's going
Wing
in.
buff in 4.
Yep, I'm taunting now. Getting buffeted. It's back on Daddy. Sorry, Grim. Stickle going in now.
Come on, lads, let's go.
Taunting now. buffeted. On Dobby.
You did the right
Back
thing,
on
Dobby.
Daddy.
Shady, you're really high on thread as well, so just be ready.
Silas Swift. Yeah, I'm not this foul.
Innovate on drone.
Is Daddy getting wing buffeted?
Yeah, it looks like he is.
I'm on 24 stacks. Tickle, can you take over?
Yep.
Or he's having
I'm
DPS
tanking,
for like
dead.
2.
Grim Grom, you're
There's
the
not
only
enough
off tank.
warning.
Daddy, you're just staying in. Just stay in.
Shady.
Yep, just wait for the next buff at Grimgrom.
Don't have enough battle res.
You went out of LOS there, dude.
Dude, yeah, because I had to run because Fireman was fucking in the hallway.
Focus on Grim, guys. Let's get it done.
Keep Grim up.
Keep Grim alive. DPS stop, let Grim get it.
Get ready to talk, Grim.
Alright. Resume DPS. If stacks permitting. Grim, you're just gonna have to try and time your taunt for the wing buffet. Try and taunt it as the wing buffet starts. Get ready to taunt. Oof. Taunt now.
I figured out the issue with stacking tanks.
I think Daddy
I'm dropping threat when I get hit.
a lot because like a lot of the warriors didn't DPS for the last 2 minutes of that, and we're still like.
So Daddy,
So I'm getting. So what happens is dropping threat when I get hit by it, and he's turning around and attacking the melee. And I had to like taunt every single time.
yeah, so it was a
basically. He wasn't
complete.
going.
It was almost a complete reset. So
Yeah, it is.
the wing buffet must be a frontal effect, not just who's tanking.
That's why the other videos that we've seen, the VODs, they have the off tank on the side, so the main tank's not getting hit by the threat.
We'll have to go back to the first strat then. Which is fine. We can just keep it the way it was, but the off tank needs to stand in that corner on the other side again.
Yeah, which means our
We don't
3
run back.
healers. Yeah, we got to. Which means our 3 healers need to jump out when you taunt to keep you up.
Yeah. I will be calling it like I did that fight when I go in and when I'm taunting, so you guys should have plenty of notice to switch target on me.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Healia, I might get you as well to jump out from our corner and heal Stickle as well when he's tank.
I've been jumping out anyway.
Are we running back?
Perfect.
I think
Yeah, everyone run back. Everybody run back.
I think the healing was fine. It's just the fight was going for 6 minutes, so you know you're inviting mistakes. With that
Yeah,
length.
we had a lot of DPS having to hold back as well because of the threat.
Threat, yeah.
And we also lost a few DPS.
That was a 15% wipe though, guys. So another huge improvement, I think, if we can resolve the threat issue to unthrottle our DPS, he'll go down. Progression.
I thought these guys were like loot pinatas.
The next 2 are.
Yeah. So he is by far the most difficult of the 3 Drakes.
The next one is just like General Draxeth and UBRS basically. You just have to tank swap for conflagrate. Except it's a cone. That's the only difference. This one's just we need to get a strat down that works for us and get everyone that needs to do their job.
Well,
used
the
to
original
just
strat
practice.
was easy because like we got into what 30-40% and nobody really knew what they're doing. So
Yeah, we just needed tanks to get into the right spot so they weren't getting knocked back down the hallway and out of range of heals and dragging the boss out of space.
well, that wasn't an issue until we tried to get him square on.
Oh, you don't need to
when-
worry about getting him square on anymore because we've all moved for that.
We've moved all the DPS.
So you just need to have Stick will go into the corner and not get knocked back, and then he takes the aggro wipe and you don't. Easy game. The only difference now is that off tank healers need to move out to heal Stick.
So you're saying the best one for the off tank as far as not getting knocked back and you not losing threat was when their back was against that brick wall, correct? The first one.
Yeah. I reckon we go back to how we're doing it on the very first pull, except that the range are now inside, so they don't have to worry about getting hit by Shadow Flame.
Yep, sounds good. And wagon wheel, oh shit. No, see the reason. No, because they'll be on that one. No, that's fine. So wagon wheel, Bovenet, sloths, and Healia can jump out and heal Stickle when he's tanking, or Grimgrom, depending on where we're at.
How is mana going for healers with this fight duration?
I was able to maintain the whole thing. I got one innovate during that.
Yeah, I threw an innovate on you when you're at 30%.
Yeah.
If any healers need some shitty mana pots, just open trade with Pom Pom.
Yeah, like if I hadn't done the innovate, I feel like Brent would have been still at like 15% or something when we were wiping.
I reckon we have it.
Sorry.
Might be time to get a break to refresh or something.
We've got 1 hour rating left. Let's have one more crack at this.
I think we've got it all worked out now, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'll
It
be
took
quicker.
2 or 3 wipes for us to experiment with the wing buffer. We didn't realize that it was an AoE cone, so we thought that having the off tank stack on the main tank would have been an easier positioning. But the main tank was also being hit by wing buffer, which we didn't know. So now we've got that ironed out. Should be fine.
Seems whoever designed this radar got their site from UBRS. It's very similar.
Works thematically.
Yeah, directly above UBRS. There's a portal to this raid from inside UBRS.
Yeah, when you do the rend thing, Neff actually just walks into his portal.
Yeah. Yes, Senna. It's like Sparta, that progression.
Let's get full buffs out, guys.
I'm coming, sorry, I'm a bit slow. I needed to pee, I went on follow the dreams, but I got stopped straight away because he jumped over. I did message him. And
Giving
yeah.
our holy priests a little gift that I've been hanging on to. Because this is the one.
Is it candles by any chance?
Check your buffs.
I'll fucking use some candles. Oh, cheers, man.
Mage, pretty please get
Oh,
out.
wow, jeez.
I know our priests probably don't have them, but don't use the spirit from Valentine's because it's the same box as the mistletoe.
Thank you for that.
We all going for an hour?
Let's get single target buffs up on Damu, and then we should be pretty good to go.
Yep, He's just patted away, so in about 5 seconds we can drop those totems.
Everyone get in position.
Eat your food buffs and everything now.
I'm gonna have to fish up the rivers of Azeroth after this.
Hindsight, we probably should have done some unbuffed runs at the start, but that's okay.
Nah, I was
Right,
just so
everybody's ready. Everybody is ready.
Sprem's not ready. He doesn't have stand buff.
Stam on Sprem,
Let's get
please.
Stam on Sprem. Let's get totems down, please.
Daddy, do a line of sight check for heals.
Yeah, that's good.
Alright, he's coming.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Original pathing, Daddy. One on that angle. Very good.
OG. Can I suggest we wait until after a Shadow Flame? To
Yeah,
run
I
around?
was going to.
Cool.
Okay, we good.
Alright, we're good.
There it is.
I'm going in. Taunt. I got buffeted. Did that hit you, Daddy?
Oh, the knockback hit me.
It did? Okay, I've got to stand further away. What's your threat DPS?
Maybe after he taunts Daddy, take a step to your right.
Could be a good idea. Next we're going in. Shadow Flame. Taunting. I got buffeted. Did it hit you, Daddy?
It did not.
No, I didn't.
Excellent. Do that again next time. Stick the dart in. Taunting.
Totems back up if you can. Totems back.
Especially for resist.
No DPS needs to hold back. He's got a huge lead.
Yeah, this seems to be working a lot better.
Don't stay in there too many stacks though. Run out of 4, run.
I am taunting now. Getting buffeted. Back on Daddy.
Stacks are quite high. Should Grimgrom swap with Daddy?
Can do. Go in.
Everyone
for
stop
the-
DPS.
We'll both go in Grimgrom. You swap with Daddy and I'll take the buffet. Okay, let's go. I'm getting in the buffet position. You stack on Daddy. I'm taunting now. Mine got rid of.
Keep him up, keep him up.
I'm getting buffeted.
Right. Get a
Okay,
battle res on Daddy. Get a battle res on Daddy.
They'll have
I'll
to
get
be
it.
wagon.
Oh shit,
Or
it's on
stick
me.
with-
What the fuck?
Everyone hide.
Everyone hide. Don't get Shadow Flamed. Heal up, Sticklebark.
I can't hear whoever's. Oh, fuck. Meh.
How did Daddy die?
I don't know what. You stayed in as well. I thought you were meant to move out.
Grim
No,
Grom's
that
got it,
wasn't
guys.
what we discussed.
Heal Grim.
We told
No
him
line
to
of
stay in.
sight. No line of sight on Grim again. I don't know. He's up on that.
Yeah, he got buffeted. We told Daddy to stay in for a few seconds to make sure that the next tank had aggro before he moved out.
Yeah, aggro was
He went-
swapping like. Aggro was swapping like mad, so I didn't. I don't want to
Shouldn't have gone in at the same time as the wing buffet.
The
All
line-
3 tanks got hit by wing buffet.
The line of sight was a mess there. Like,
I thought we could just sort of hit 2 birds with 1 stone. I should have just done the wing buffet then swapped it.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez. There's a lot of tank mechanic nuance in this fight, guys. Sorry to everyone else who's been doing their job fine for the last 2 hours.
Yeah, they'll be fucking experts now.
Do we have a SS or a UNC?
I've got an arc.
Let's use it.
Yeah, res that motherfucker. Let's go.
yeah, we want to get to the stage where we don't have to switch it all. Like stacks, we just can't. It just
What if I just throw a hand of rag on, stand in the middle of the room, and have everyone heal?
Hey, looks, it's a strategy
think
we
that might
haven't
win.
tried yet.
So Sticker, we're gonna do it at 20 stacks so I can withstand at least 5 or 6.
Do we like how much damage is it really doing? Because I'm not seeing you getting chunked by it even. At
Well, I just got chunked at the end.
Well, because
Okay,
you
so
went out, well, you
let's
went
just
out a lot of sight, so and then you,
No, I wasn't out of line of sight. Look where I died.
well,
Can you go to your combat logs and see what the ticks were ticking you for?
Yeah, what does it look like?
Firemore's flame buffet hits you 3.7k. Flame buffet hits you 3.8k. 89 overkill.
Pretty
So,
juicy.
That is quite heavy.
So he's hit me for 7.7k.
Yeah, we just need a bit more of a buffer. So if we do, like Daddy said, 20 stacks, then we do the tank swap. Daddy's got plenty of time to stand there for a few seconds, make sure the aggro is right, and then walk out and re-drop his stacks.
Just quickly, while we're doing a tank swap, should we all stop DPS?
Probably a good idea, just in
At
case.
least slow it down. Yeah, just auto attack.
Just to take that chance of him spinning around, wiping half the group out, probably would be good.
Yeah, I'd say that's a good idea.
Just enough for the off tank to taunt, throw a few sunders or shield slams, and then you're good.
Good job as well to the couple of DPS who did get aggro. They did run forward and reposition the boss before a Shadow Flame. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that was nice.
I feel like we're right on the verge of just like getting this down without any deaths.
Getting there, we're all learning.
That's what progression is.
All the shaman are like, I've been sitting in this corner doing my job forever.
Narukami, I know Afan's probably already messaged you, but he discovered that we can shoot from the melee group, so we'll just stack the melee and ranged group to get some more healing.
Is there a cheap way to melt Dark Iron or just off top?
I think you do have to go into BRD, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's okay, I'll be up to running that with my shaman very soon. I can give away clears.
You just need to do lava jump run.
Alright,
Here's
let's
quickly to
get
get there.
full rebuffs, so by the time he comes back on his next path, we're ready.
Yes.
Sorgar dead or alive?
Imagine is everything.
I have 6 minutes on my fast.
Hiding in an odd spot behind everything else. That's all.
Ah, okay, someone's got to run out and res poor Sorgar.
There's a way to get to the dark iron smelting area without aggroing anything.
Alright, let's get a res on Sorgar.
He's up, we're good.
Amazing. Full buffs out on everyone.
Merge needs priest buffs, please.
Yeah, we're out of candles, mate, so we're working through it.
Yeah, I'm running pretty low on consumes as well.
I think everyone is brothers.
Anyone need a health pot or anything? I've got about 12, just a superior. And I've got plenty of great amount of pots if anyone needs.
I'm good. I still have about seven greater mana.
Need fort on group 6.
We may need it to do another path.
Yeah,
Got
we
a
just
lot
we
of low
just need,
healers. Yeah.
Yeah, we just
need mana after rebuffs.
Yeah, it's a good.
Yeah,
it's
we've
gonna
burned
take
through
a
about 50 candles each or something, I think, at this stage.
Right.
Did you need more thorns, by the way, druids? I've got some.
Yeah, I've got a few left.
Look at him, so smug. Patrols up, he's like, oh, you guys are still here.
Can we all invis pop past this cunt?
He paths a long way.
Yeah, his path is really big.
Alright, I'm gonna throw. Where are priests at, actually? Yep, I'm gonna throw another ready check for the next.
Pass. It's looking good. Alright, let's get this
Alright, alright, boys. Maximum effort.
That's still charging.
If we kill this boss this time, I'll give everyone a gold.
Yes, I need that gold. Let's do it,
Get your
guys.
totems
So
down.
do I.
Get pre buffs on Daddy.
It'll be a pain trying to trade everyone, but I will give everyone a gold.
It's
Agreed.
cheaper to kill the boss than what?
Here we go.
Alright, here he comes, lads.
Alright.
That spell isn't ready yet.
So remember, wait for Pompara's call.
Don't press buttons.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Gonna press spacebar. He's after Cuppa Cups. Why?
Press the button.
It's alright, just wait, guys.
Just reposition him. We're all good.
Alright,
goes the Shadow
everybody
Flame.
move around.
Alright, coming in for the first wing buffet now. Then the taunt after the Shadow Flame. Getting buffeted. Moist Rip. Moving in again.
Mind your stacks, Sprim. You're on 10 stacks, mate.
Oh shit. I guess I ran in a little too early. I thought they'd reset.
Yeah. Just gonna keep an eye on that.
Yeah, click comms. Daddy's
dead.
down.
I've got the boss.
Blade's going to take it.
I'm going to take the wing buffet.
Stickles
line of sight
down.
heals there.
Yep.
Yep.
Fuck, sorry.
Sprim, you're up.
All good, we can still kill him on this attempt.
Just communicate what needs to happen.
Oh, my flasks run out.
Put a fort on Daddy when you get a spare sec, please. Druids, all your innovates, do them now if you haven't already.
Mine's going on Dren.
There was no call there. I didn't know that.
Wait, mate, you're now the OT.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, we need to call out when that tank swap's happening, guys, so the healers know.
You went LOS. What the?
You did
No, I'm not.
Everyone back in the egg room.
We need calls on the tank swap, guys. Can't just be silent.
We're getting problems when Daddy's dying. Like, he's not moving, but our heals are going, yep, he's out of line of sight.
That's bizarre.
I think he's having to chase. I don't know. There was a bit of movement there, wasn't? I don't.
Yeah, I'm having difficulty getting heals on a lot of different people from where I am in that.
Triok, you're only healing people that are in range of you. You're just waiting for people to run back to you to get heals.
Yeah, you shouldn't be moving.
If you can't see them, that's their problem.
Just a lot of people seem to be dying.
Yeah, people didn't watch Dax. A couple, or one person, but the other thing was people got aggro and got slapped by the boss because something happened with tanks.
Well, healers don't need to be healing past the pillar.
Helia, I'm gonna get you to go back out and just heal with the main group in the old 3 room. So stand on top of Drenth and just keep tank heal. I don't think we need you for the group healing. I think Triok, Alpine, and Sheeman can take care of it.
Just a question: how is the melee group going, standing behind the pillar in the second, on that second pillar, not in the initial? Are they going alright getting in and out of?
Is this little ledge here? You see where I died before? See where boys is? Right, there's a little corner that's poking out. Is that causing issues?
What, where?
I'll stand where it is.
Not.
I think if you go like, I think if you're here, you can't get healed, perhaps.
So I've been standing here, but I feel like this thing here that I'm standing on is causing issues.
It is.
Yeah, you can't stand on this.
So I feel like I need to be between these 2 poles.
Second pole, back against the second pole.
I need to be between.
Oh,
these
there's
2 poles.
fine. Okay, stand in between those
so I
2
can
poles.
hear
That's
you
fine
both
as
over
well.
there.
Here is out of line of sight.
The
Yeah,
diagram and the diagram and the tactics page
Go-
has the main tank where the off tank is. Like swapped over.
Go more into the corner, Daddy.
Well, I don't go any further past this, but here is. This is the corner.
So when you run out for wing buffet, you're doing the right thing the first time, Daddy. So if you're standing in between the 2, standing on this corner here is perfect because you're still in range of heals, and then coming back to this point here was perfect. When you were doing that on that attempt, that was our best attempt. That was our 15%.
Yeah, I did that. I just because I died and I rezzed. Stickle was main tanking, so I needed to.
Boss is coming back, guys. Everyone out of the room.
Yeah, and I fucked up because I hadn't main tanked before, so I stood in the corner.
Plate
to
out
make
of the
sure I
room.
didn't get buffeted, and then didn't move out to get healed.
Can we just also not have anybody speaking over comms that isn't a tank or a healer with a problem, like an actual issue? Just 0 com.
Yeah, that'll make it way easier because this is pretty intense to the tanks.
Also, off tanks, can you call out when you've taunted it so the healers know?
Yep, that's gotta be communicated.
Yeah, like the way Stick was doing is perfect. Just saying what he's doing, like I'm going in, not talking.
We want to hear your beautiful voice, Grum Grum.
It just makes it a lot easier for us.
Alright, everyone get their consumes back on.
Just gotta wait for our friendly priests to go through their single targets.
This is a great opportunity for us to drink all our pots and everything though as well.
The priests just have the slight problem of they get 4 buffs and then they're
Yeah.
We should get innovates on the priests while they're buffing.
Then we don't have innovates when we need it.
I didn't think they had a long cooldown.
Is it 3 minutes? 5 minutes?
6 minutes.
6.
Boss is back. Everywhere. Get him on the next round.
So, healers, my flask's run out, so you just gotta manage that, I suppose, somehow. It's 1200 less HP.
Yep. It should be okay since we're doing the tank swap at 20 stacks. With any luck, he'll resist enough that we won't need to do it. Alright, everyone get in positions.
So we're pretty good on the luck.
Put the totems down, I think, maybe.
Yeah, totem's down now.
I can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready yet.
Cup of cups. Yep. Alright, everyone is ready.
All scroll totems down.
Bet you wish there were scroll totems.
I feel like I've had a scrotum sitting on my face for the last hour.
Just the last hour?
Yeah.
You've been having that much of a good time.
Boss is coming now, guys. Let's get ready. Do not press any buttons.
5.
Yep.
4.
Not even spacebar
3,
this time.
2.
All clear
1.
comms for tanks.
Shadow Flame. Come on.
Right.
Stick with
Someone
going in.
come in and taunt, please, quick.
Yep, I'm taunting now. Hunted. Stick moving in now. Taunting in 3, 2, 1. Taunting. Wind buffed it now.
Way better job with stacks.
Fuck.
I'm tanking.
That Grim going in now.
Yep, Grim taunt now.
Ping.
Grim is tank.
I got buffeted. I'm still good.
He's gonna lose a little aggro.
Watch threat, guys. Gunnigan, you're very high. Everybody just sort of watch your damage.
We seem to be getting hit by a fire in the back here. I don't know.
I'll go in and do this one, Grim.
Grim's dead.
Oh, never worries.
We appreciate you communicating though.
Two more Daddy's Haunting.
I got buffed. It seems to be the druid threat is a bit OP. I'm still keeping it even with buffer.
I played mate. We'll get it next time.
Watch yourself, Navy, you're getting burned.
Taunt now. No, I got buffed again. Dead.
Looked like when plate mate. Oh, I got resisted.
Can I get a reminder who's helping on the main tank healing? Just want to have a chat with those people. Just I've got an idea how we can make sure it.
You have Cat Botherer, Damu, Sloth, Strengths, Helia, Navia, Bovenet, and Wagon Wheel all healing main tanks. Bovenet, Sloths, Wagon Wheel, and Helia should be jumping out for the off. And the Shaman should be using Chain Heal when the off tank runs out.
Who was the second priest?
Everyone
Sorry.
run back.
Is it Helia? Did you say?
Say again.
Sorry, go again.
Okay, the tank's healing the main tank always, or just sometimes, or what do you want to say?
Who's the main tank healer other than me and the priests?
So the person always healing Daddy is Navia, Drenth, Damu, and Cat Botherer.
Cool, thank you.
I wasn't checking, but were shadow resist buffs being put out? Because
Shadow damage?
he does
Shadow Flame.
On the
Shadow
main tanks.
hits for 4k shadow damage, and I'm wearing almost as much shadow resist as I can put on.
We do have 30 minutes of our raid time left, guys. We're just gonna... Even if you run out of pots, we'll just keep practicing, and then we'll probably call it a night at 10:30. Even if we're just doing dry runs, practicing. Yep. The wall finishes at 10:30, Zali. Keep it up.
It's not worth popping another flask at this point.
Nah.
Nah, healing's not really the issue. It's just these threat mechanics.
So let's just discuss what is making it difficult. What could we be doing better?
It's got to be like the attempt 3 times ago. They had it down packed for that attempt. I'm not sure what's changed. It's got to do with the buffet tanking.
Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what happened to Daddy dying on that attempt, but once I was main tanking, I got hit by every buffet because the off tanks weren't taunting early enough. Which I know they have been doing it on time on previous attempts, so I'm not sure what the go there was.
I don't know what killed Daddy, but we didn't get him to 100%, and whatever hit him took his health bar.
What does your combat log say, Daddy? What'd you get hit by?
I got. Well, I got after a lot of heals. I got. Let me see. So I got hit by 4.5k shadow, 700 physical, 1300 fire. Died.
How
got
long?
resurrected. Okay, got resurrected, and then another 4.5k shadow, 800 physical. You died.
On that first death, how long was it between abilities? Like between first taking damage and death?
How long was it?
Yeah.
I don't have a timer on it.
I've uploaded logs.
They're
Yeah,
all
the log should show it anyway.
They're all in a row. Like there wasn't any healing between it. So add that up. What's that? 4.5, 700, 1300.
Still go and follow me while checking this shit. I got you, bro.
Well, that's 6.5k.
That was in about 10 seconds that happened. Looking at the logs.
Okay, his 2 deaths. 1 death was in 3.7 seconds, and the one that like killed him first off was 1.6 seconds.
No, that's pretty quick.
Yeah.
We're free shooting him, and I'm charging up a big heal to try and heal him the moment the shadow flame hits.
Can all the healers not just do one like flash heal, like just as he shadow flames, and then it should be fine?
There's no timer on Shadow Flame, so you don't know when it's coming out.
It's more reactive, that's the problem.
Everyone just charge it.
You'll just burn through heaps of mana doing that.
And the fight's too long to do that. It's only I don't think that's been a recurring issue, has it? I think it's happened once or twice.
It's been when we've just gone, oh crap, he's died. That's what's happened.
To be honest, even during like our good attempts, Daddy was getting pretty low. Like he was getting down to 10%, and now he doesn't have Flask of the Titans, so that's probably the difference now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've still got half an hour on my flask. If you want to just put me in main tank, just so we can have another few cracks.
Yep. I'm happy with that.
I'll have more health.
Are you happy to do the off-tank duties, Daddy?
Yeah, I just need to
walking through it
quickly
quickly.
discuss who's running in when.
Yeah. So you'll always be running in unless yourself or Stickle dies. You'll always be running in and doing the buffet. If you guys are always, both of you are alive, you will be the only tank that runs in, tanks buffet, runs back out, runs in, tanks buffet, runs back.
Yeah. Were you standing with your back in the corner, Stickle?
Yep. So just for the off tank thing, you just stand here, and then when you'll see the DBM timer gets to about 8 seconds. I go at about 7. As long as there's no shadow flame currently casting, you can just run through the boss, and then stand. I stand about like on the corner here.
Try stand a little bit further to the right. That's where you weren't getting knocked back. So if you can stand to the right, and when he taunts, if you do an arc over to here, you won't get hit. That's what Daddy was doing on our best attempt. So he ran to here when after the taunt, and then when he got it back, he ran back to the middle of these.
Yeah. So I run
Boss
to the
is
corner
coming.
here, and then as I taunt, just sidestep to the right so that you get knocked into the corner.
We need an AI on center and cat bowler, please.
And then, yeah, as soon as you get punted, just hit escape. And then just target the boss again. And if it's on me, you run out. That's it. Do it again.
At what percentage? Oh, like, wait, at what time were you taunting? How many seconds?
Like 1.5 seconds.
If you're not absolutely crystal clear, just get him to run through it again. Maybe go do a little walk around now that the boss has patted away Stickle with Daddy.
Yeah. So it's just standing here, line of sighting. Wing buffet timer gets to about 7 seconds. You just run in, run through the boss so you're not getting cleaved or anything. And then just stand just slightly to the right of this corner. So when you get knocked back, you're in this, you get knocked here. And just taunt when it's at about 1.5, 2 seconds until the cooldown's up. You might have to tank it for a couple of seconds, then he'll wing buff at you, and then just stop hitting him, wait until it's definitely on me, then run out. That's it.
Goonan, I can't do that. Like, there is such a huge mana difference in what I'm using
Boss's
right
ink.
now
Step back, Stickle.
to my other hit.
Guzman and Gomez. Oh man.
Yeah. Let's get him on the next turn.
I think Cat Brother was going to get his food delivery at the front door.
He said he's ready. It's just Havix that's not here. I have faith he'll be back in the next minute for the next turn.
Yep.
He knows what to do if he comes in halfway through.
He's just standing AFK in a place where he might get one shot by Shadow Flame though.
If only we had leap of faith, eh?
Okay, let's drop totems.
That's still recharging. That spell isn't ready yet.
Just remembering, Stickle is now the main tank. Do you main tank and off tank healers?
Make sure you're in form beforehand, Stickle. Or are you gonna use the form to grab aggro? Clever boy.
No, just I don't want to drop rage, that's all.
Incoming.
No
5,
buttons pressed, please.
4, 3, 2,
Scary being
1.
I am dead.
Wow, you got blown up.
Strength got threat first.
Daddy's got it at the moment. Just hide, guys. Wait for Shadow Flame.
I have to go around the corner, guys, to move him.
Around.
I'm taunting.
Grimgrom has it. Grimgrom is tanking. Back to Daddy. Grimgrom's tanking.
I'm dead.
We lost 2 of our healer.
Yep. Wipe it up, guys.
Do we got a name?
I just feel like us as the tanks are getting one shot.
Yep. We're gonna have one more crack at this, guys, and then we'll wipe it up for the night. I think when we come in here next week, we're going to be way more fresh. We're going to be able to learn from this and just smash through it. your first time main tanking.
Yeah, I mean, my corpse is in the right spot. It just took like a second or two too long to get there.
I might just follow you around this time, even if I get hit with fire. It doesn't matter. Or I don't know.
Well, once I'm in position, you can drop your stacks while healing anyway, so it doesn't really matter if you get one or two.
If you're about to wipe and you log out, does that
No.
That'd be pretty cool.
The only way that you can do it is if you have someone else log into your account, because then it'll phase.
Oh.
That's what whenever you've been versing an alliance and you're about to kill them and for some reason they disappear, that's what's happening.
What? Sweaty.
What's it? I just have a computer next to them ready to go the whole time.
They just have another account set up. There is also a mod floating around the place that does it.
Guys, really appreciate everybody's patience sticking it out. It's our first week in BWL.
I think I just really fucked us all over the first few attempts, just
Ah.
due to poor positioning. But like you were saying, Titties, like if we go in with a
Oh, yeah, if we go in fresh next
with
week, having learnt everything
Yeah.
that we've learnt from this week, yeah.
Don't worry, man. I think I
Welcome to-
topped you. I made the biggest, most stupidest fucking mistake out of everyone. Not even typing the boss.
How much is a flask of Titan?
About 200 something gold, isn't it?
If you buy it.
Holy shit.
They were going for 180 a few days ago. I think I got a good deal there.
This was a legend, and he actually gave me a second one for this attempt. So
Nice. Nah, Spram here, we're overtaken by a blood rage trying to avenge Moisted.
I think we can all agree Muesli in Team Black made the biggest fuck up.
Oh, what happened?
He went to cancel his stealth, but he wasn't in stealth, so he did his shoot button, which is bound to the same key, and shot Vale while we were rebuffing.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Yep. So guys, what we can do over the next week, apart from farming a heap of gold to bring in way more consumes again, is just we'll link up a few videos. Just go watch those videos, get used to the fight, tune in to Black's Raid tomorrow night if you're free, because I'm sure that they'll be smashing through and downing this dog, because they did a bit of wiping on him last week as well, and they're keen for their revenge.
Plus, you get to see Jonzo
Thunder Fury
in action.
Yeah.
On fire more.
So yep, hopefully when they cruise through, they get 8 more Elementium and we'll have our own Thunder Fury next week. So one last round of buffs. Sorry, priests. I'll try and bring you some candles. Oh, Kat, you weren't here. We got both the bindings in one night. Yep, Senna, we'll go through and we'll make sure we'll do an @Team Gold. And we'll make sure that everyone's fresh. If anybody has any questions, please contact us. Or, hey, even spam Pompyro. The one with the biggest brain.
I don't know about that. All right, it is, as Titty said, the last attempt of the night, so let's all just give it our best shot. I know we're all tired, we're all pretty frustrated at this, so let's just try and concentrate, and at worst case scenario, let's try and have a good attempt as our last attempt.
Absolutely.
Put some Enya on. Just get relaxed.
Listen to some Toto Africa.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just about to say that. Do 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 do.
Get Mark. I know you guys are probably sick of targeting, but
What was that, Dren?
Group 5 needs Mark, but they're probably doing it one at a time.
Alright, Mark of the Wild.
It's one at a time. It's just random people that have.
Havoc.
It's going to take me a lot to drag me away from you.
Don't worry, Havix, we will wait. I see your message. Havix got chucked at the start of the instance because he got DC'd. That's why he was not. I mean, you could, just raise your voice a little. It's different methods to getting a higher pitch. See what
You
they
know
use
when
in
you
New
get
Zealand?
those 10 packs of carrots, you used one of them.
I can't cast that yet.
I deliver to a place called Crooked Carrot. I usually pick up a bag of carrots while I'm there. That's what I eat for the day.
Eat carrots
Whole day, mate. Didn't do that today. Came straight in, poured myself a whiskey, no food. That's probably why I'm so chill.
Munched on an avocado.
No, he hasn't had any out the past couple of times I've been down.
Sounds
Alright.
like they're bailing up.
Sorry?
This one?
Okay.
How crooked are the avocados? Just out of curiosity.
Avocados aren't crooked, the carrots are crooked.
Sorry, mate. How crooked
so-
are the carrots?
Alright, he's padding away, guys, so I know you've already got your totems out, but we will refresh them one more time, then we'll be getting ready for our last pull of the evening.
FYI, I'm
carrots are
not going to be waiting for breath this time if the boss is in the right position for us to move around safely.
You should. Oh, as long as he's in the right position, I trust you. You're a trustworthy guy.
And just get us to run round right on a breath and wipe the rain, just like,
Yep. Great night, guys. Great last attempt. Tell
How
us
is
that
it
not to go to bed.
manage to kill him now just by some miracle? Do we keep?
No.
Yeah,
we
go to
just
12.
all do horrible things to his corpse, and then we say to him,
Wasted coming back?
Sorry?
Wasted coming back?
Is
Or
he
just
okay?
there? No, he's just standing in the middle.
Oh, okay.
he's just scouting. He's just getting ready to do his over DPS and get first threat after the first wing buffet double hit.
It's probably time to refresh those totems, if you haven't already, shamans. I will not talk over the comms. I know I did last time when we said it was meant to be clear comms. I'm sorry about that.
As
So it'll
said,
just be, you'll just
everybody
hear tanks and healers.
focus up. Last attempt.
Yep.
Game faces.
Last thing you'll hear from not a tanker or healer is Pompyro saying go when the positioning's ready. And then
Trent,
we'll run
there's
through.
one other healer that's healing me. Just walk out with me on the.
I'm fine. I've got you.
He's incoming.
I've got the
5,
cloak on.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Center.
Run around.
Alright.
Okay. Is that line of sight good?
Yep.
Yep.
Taunting.
Let's get a battle res on Daddy, please.
Probably talk a bit more, guys.
I'll run into off tank next, Daddy.
Yeah, all my gear's red now.
No worries.
I've got 17 stacks.
Running in.
Take the taunt now. I'm dead.
Grim's main tanking. I'll do what I can.
Wait, mate, get ready to go in.
Blade mate, you're gonna have to taunt.
Yeah, I got it.
Now?
Yes. Right.
On me?
It's back on Grim. Grim's dead.
I'm dead. Yeah, I think just without the consumables, it's like way too hard to survive.
Yeah.
At least we tried.
Oh, good. We've
It
got the
was
strap
really
down now.
mechanically really neat though, guys. So that's something good.
It's like I did so much research on the fight, but when I actually like got in, it just I don't know. My mind went blank and yeah, my positioning was just way off on the fights.
Research only gets you so far, man. Like I did the same thing. It's like nothing of what has caused issues was ever spoken about in any of the guides, or it's just stuff that's assumed that everyone knows. They don't talk about. So
Even just like with Top Pyro explaining the fight beforehand, like he did a really good job of just like laying out the groundwork for it. But yeah, I guess it's just something that we won't really learn from until we try it. So
Yep. And look, you guys have learnt a lot. Like as I said, that pull there was mechanically really neat. The communication was really good. I think when we come in here next week, we'll all be fresh. We'll smash it in half. Oh. That's actually something really
Pretty
awesome
good.
for the rest of us to
I
learn.
tried that anyway, but he teleported me back into his room.
another really good thing though is with practicing so much on Firemore, like all three Drakes are pretty similar because they share a lot of the same mechanics. So that will just make Ebb and Rock and Flame Gore a lot easier for us. Just with how much practice we're getting.
Also bear in mind, gear is a thing. Like, we're by no means completely geared to the teeth from MC. So that'll just continue to improve slowly over time as we get more.
Also, yes, we'll be setting up another MC sheet for a weekend Sunday MC, but this one will be joint with Black Team, as neither Black or Gold are doing it in their normal rotation anymore. So hopefully we get a full group pretty easily, the mix of Gold and Black, and anyone who still needs stuff and it's free, come in on Sunday. We'll figure out what time with Chad, and we'll get that sorted out and posted to you guys as soon as it's finalized.
Sounds good. Now PMI logs in.
How was darts, mate?
Oh, you missed boss after boss falling like a week before the side.
Dodged a bullet. Hey, Senna, where's the positivity? I dodged the knowledge gaining.
See you guys.
Night, guys. Thank you all so much again, guys.
Yeah, see you, boys.
Nothing else, we've proved that we've got a lot of determination. Alright guys, I'm just gonna pop off for a little while. Yep, one more time. Thank you all so much. And I'll be around for probably about another hour if you need to talk about anything.
Yep, I'll be around too. If anyone wants to have a yarn, make a suggestion, have a whinge.
gentlemen and ladies.